How do I sound?
What's happening? You sound good, and you already know where y'all at. You know who the fuck it is, and you know what the fuck we do. You understand me? Let's
Yo,
get it.
yo, it's King Marco in the motherfucking building. Here to give y'all boys some game. And here we back. Here we are back again. We've been gone for a couple of days. I know y'all missed us. We missed y'all too. But here we are. Here to give y'all some game on AMC one more time. Where the apes
Well,
at?
well,
Where the apes at, buddy? Another day didn't squeeze. What's going on? You know, I see some people. I see some people shaking the spot. You know, and I don't even want to talk about Trey Trades and all those clowns sitting at the round table. You know, discussing about AMC and how y'all not leaving. I don't know how y'all saying this shit, and this bitch is $37. Somebody please tell me that. Okay, while y'all sitting there saying y'all not leaving, why is this bitch $37? I want to
I'm
know,
still trying to figure that one out myself.
huh? How y'all not leaving with all this bullshit? And I don't want to talk about the 11 million shares that's been added onto that motherfucking synthetic share count. I don't want to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about that. Okay, nobody wants to talk about that, but we'll let that go. Might as well add another 11 million. It's only is that what 522 million, 523 million. Wow. It was 513 million. Now it's 524 million. What's going on? Why is this bitch $37, y'all? Where the gamma squeeze at? Huh? Where Trey Trades and those mass investor and all them clowns sitting at the table telling y'all not to sell, but they the ones that told y'all to buy in at 60, buy in at 70, do strike prices at 145. You down half the bag and they still telling you stay in.
And then I just remember I gotta call Trey on some cap somewhere down in this video too, because on one of the videos we gonna have to do some in depth work on you. Trey, look at me, my nigga. We're gonna talk to you today, boy. Go ahead.
Mhm. Why the fuck was they sitting at the round table for? What was they on purpose? You know, they should have been on that show for like 3 hours.
And them
Everybody should have been
motherfuckers
on
put out a
there.
little 11-minute clip of some little weak shit.
Oh, they on there for 15 minutes. They should be on there for 3 hours. Okay, that's what I would expect. I mean, shit, it's just me and you. We've been on this motherfucker for 3 hours. It's five of
Oh,
them
for real.
niggas, and they only on there for 15 minutes, and it's
I, I
edited.
hope I hope it's some more footage somewhere
I hope
that
so
they
because
just
it's
ain't
been
put out
edited.
yet.
Yeah, it's been edited.
A
You
round
know,
table full of con men.
telling you to
You already
stay
know
in.
we breaking it down.
Mm.
You know we breaking it down. We got work for all y'all. What mass investors? Have we ever seen your motherfucking face, nigga?
Man, what you hiding
Let's
for?
keep it a bean. So
Straight
you
up.
already know when the shit get greasy, you can walk the streets because
Yep.
ain't nobody motherfucking seen your ass
Mm-hmm.
before. So that's how we doing it, cuz.
Yeah.
Cause I don't really watch you like that, but I'm about to do a little research on you. I don't think you show your face. You sit there holding Titan. Y'all using Titan for a prop.
I'm cool.
Now Titan just a motherfucking prop out here. Massive investor holding, motherfucker, whoever the fuck else in the round table holding. He running in the background in the motherfucking video. So y'all getting y'all money's worth out of Titan, huh?
He probably the only honest motherfucker in the room.
Who
To be
Titan?
honest with you, yeah, Titan's
He
probably the
can't
only.
say nothing. If
He can,
Titan could talk, boy, we'd know everything that's going on.
hell yeah.
He'd kill Titan, nigga. That's what it would be. We would never see Titan.
Now, I want to see a picture of these clowns, and I want to show the world a picture, just a picture. We ain't got to go to the tape just yet.
You
I
trying
just
to
want
take
to
it
show a
like a little.
picture. Yeah, I just want to see the picture.
Look at
Okay,
this shit.
okay. I just want to see just a pause picture of these guys.
The whole round
Yeah,
table
the
like
whole
this.
yeah. Just pause it. Yes, just like that. Just pause it. Just pause it. Now, I ask you guys, are these the kind of guys you want to listen to regarding your motherfucking money? Please tell me, are these the kind of guys you want to take advice from when it comes to your money?
You got the fake mafia boss with the New York hat on.
Yeah. Let's see, where you think he worked at before this?
Oh, dude. At
Yeah.
the deli.
Yeah.
Cutting you a motherfucking
Yeah,
fresh ham and cheese sandwich, nigga.
Yeah. He's the manager of Burger King, man. He's the manager of Burger King for real. On everything. Okay. Now he got a couple dollars in his pocket and he act like he ain't never managed Burger King. Like he ain't never
He
did
got
a
little chain
12 to
on.
12 shift.
Like
Okay.
he was a mafia boss out this
Uh-huh.
bitch. Like he's trying to be a little fake mafia boss. We got
Yeah.
the mask con man.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Now he might have did security at a casino or something. I'm gonna say that's about the best he did. He was one of them niggas wearing that uniform with the fake badge on. He was one of them guys. I'm gonna say that. He ain't no guy to be listening to regarding my money. Absolutely not. These other dweebs right there, they ain't never left the house. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of them. Mass investor included.
You ain't y'all ain't jumped off the porch yet. Like he said, y'all ain't even walk out the house. You know how motherfuckers say jump off the porch.
Yeah.
Y'all wasn't even on the porch to get out the house. Y'all was inside the house under the bed, motherfucker.
Yep.
That's where y'all was at.
On everything. Eating fruit roll-ups and shit. Nigga, them niggas ain't never been nowhere. These ain't no motherfuckers I want to sit out there and listen to when it comes to my money, nigga. Fuck that.
And Trey just trying to look like a Hawaiian cokehead.
Yeah.
He's
cool.
Hawaiian shirt on.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Very interesting guys. These ain't the guys I want to listen to when they tell me to stay in. Okay, you gotta be cut from a certain kind of cloth. Tell me that, hey, I think you need to hold your money into this, man. Don't sell this motherfucker. You sell this motherfucker, you gonna be sorry. These ain't the kind of guys you listen to. My personal opinion, I wouldn't listen to him. Okay, if you did listen to him, you down half the bag. Straight up.
Oh, but the fundamentals ain't changed.
Oh, fundamental. Oh, they keeping it simplified now. They trying to simplify this shit now. They ain't bringing you with technical shit no more. They just gonna simplify this trade now. Interesting. Very interesting about these guys. Very interesting. So, what is the chances of AMC going up tomorrow?
I gotta see where that motherfucker ended up. We're gonna put a chart over. I'm doing something. Keep on talking to him.
Okay. Well, you're not sure yet where it's gonna be at?
Put a chart over. I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, me personally, I think that.
What up, G? What up? What up? I ain't see you in here. What up, bro?
G in the house?
G.
G? What up,
What's
G? How you
happening?
living, baby? You living good, baby? Shit, Sunday, waiting on tomorrow. And I think tomorrow is gonna be kind of I want to say it goes green tomorrow, but I got a feeling that it's gonna be red. I got a feeling. I want to say it goes green, but I think it's gonna be a red day tomorrow. But it ain't gonna be that much.
I want to say red too, but I just want to see exactly what's happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna say about $2 loss. It's gonna be another boring ass day where nothing happened. If 50 million in volume on Friday, that's horrible. Okay, for all the gamma squeezers out there, that's horrible. Okay, that's good, baby. Glad you up in here.
That's what's up, bro. We glad to see you doing good.
So, I'm gonna say it's another boring day, but another day you don't make any money. That's what I see. And time is ticking on this stock. It really is. You can't afford to be having your money wrapped up in this motherfucker and it never squeezes. It's too much bullshit. Once again, you know what I'm saying? It's too much bullshit about this stock. Every day is something new. Okay, and every day when it becomes something new, okay, you don't make any money. It stays stagnant. Okay,
Exactly.
it stays stagnant, and it can stay stagnant for a motherfucker who's like, let's say he got $300,000 cash, liquid. He liquid 300,000 cash. Okay, he can afford to stay stagnant. He don't give a fuck if this motherfucker go up or down. If he 300,000 cash, but most of us ain't 300,000 cash liquid. Okay, so you got your money wrapped up in this bitch, and let's say you over leveraged. Let's say you got all your money wrapped up into this bitch. Okay, you can't afford this motherfucker to be sitting here, being stagnant every day. Every day it's just stagnant. You just ain't doing nothing. And then on top of it ain't doing nothing. Now you get it's always some bad news to deter you from even holding this motherfucker. I don't know. This supposed to squeeze a long time ago. Fuck everything else. This supposed to squeeze a long time ago. What you think?
Hell yeah, this bitch should have been squoze. Shit, probably like I said, it went to me. It should have squoze when they made that ran up, like in June, when they ran up to like almost 70. But when it ran up past $70, $77, that bitch should have took off. We should have seen 100, and now within a couple of days or a week of that, no longer than 2 weeks, we should have touched 100 somewhere. That motherfucker gonna touch 100. It's rough. It's chopped. It ain't been doing nothing but dying slowly ever since. When you really look at it. So what the fuck is they holding on to? They talking about the fundamentals and all this other shit.
But they say it's not a fundamental play.
I mean, my bad. Now I'm talking about the fundamentals, all the technicals, and all that talk. They talking about the shorts having covered. That's their main thing.
Do you think when the shorts gonna cover?
Once that motherfucker down bottom, they not gonna cover. They gonna wait till this motherfucker bankrupt. Because when you talking about they was trying to pull some money out, when you saying some shit about something like
They were trying to. They was trying to pay. They had a vote where they were all for paying like certain people that was already on the chair on the board. And it seems to me that they instead of putting money into the company, they put money into themselves. And I'm like, this is not the way to build a. This is not to make a business grow. If this
that
business
show
is
you
gonna be,
already
huh?
they trying to go on and hit the lick because they know this bitch ain't gonna be around long. So they pulling everything about this bitch. That's what it looked like to me. The way you making it sound.
Yeah, to me, that's what it sounds like to me. Then they paying Ernst and Young to be some sort of broker for them or some shit like that.
Who the fuck
They
is
had to
that?
sign. That's some company, I guess. Ernst and Young.
Oh,
These motherfuckers know who the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? They paying Ernst and Young. They had to sign off on that, and basically a operations consulting firm, some bullshit. I guess they handling their business. I guess Ernst and Young. I guess they handling that shit. So now they signed off on that. So I'm like, you know, they passing money around, but they ain't passing the money to expand their business. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to dilute a company to buy more companies, but it's
yeah.
another thing to dilute a company and just to pay the CEOs, the people that's already there. You giving them raises. That's what you're doing with the money. And I'm like, this ain't this. That's
And they
not
buy a couple of theaters, but that should have
that.
died business. They need to be trying to move in another direction with that money or something. You know what I'm saying? Like doing
And
their
I,
business this way, that shit ain't gonna work.
mm-mm. You have to think about that as a because you got to look at this now as a long term investment. They've already said it. They've already said. I find it interesting that it won't break below 31. I sense a very good week for AMC. I mean, it's possible, but they said that with 37, 38. G. They
But
said.
look, go ahead.
I mean, they said 38. They said 30. Once it touched 38, it's gonna bounce right back up. Now they saying 31, 32. You know what
I
I'm
tell
saying?
you,
Go ahead.
I tell you what, G, that motherfucker hit that low 30 range. That bitch gonna tap the 20s this time, and
Yep.
it might get a little deeper in the 20s than it did last time.
Yeah. And that's when y'all gonna really get nervous.
Yeah,
That's when it's gonna
So
really get bad.
once that bitch get to the $32 range, that motherfucker gonna tap like $27. You gonna see because it keep on testing. It keep on testing that. You know what I'm saying? That support, and it's gonna bust through there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
So
this time, but I'm predicting that mug to lose about $3 tomorrow. Be like at $34 tomorrow myself.
I think it's gonna be stagnant.
So
It
what you
might
see
go down.
about
It could go down $3, but it might rise back up. You know what I'm saying? Be like it been doing. You know what I'm saying? It's been rising up and it been going down and then rising back up to make it look like that it's still got some life left in it. But in actuality, I don't see it. It's got too much bullshit. It's too much bullshit wrapped up in this stock. And it's just not worth it. There's other things to play. Other that people are trading like AMC is the only thing left out here. Like this, the only thing that can't make no money. And
But
I'm like,
see, but but the reason why people are thinking this because they talking about that squeeze with all that big money in it. See, every play don't got that type of long potential, which this one don't either. But in their mind, they believe it do. You see what I'm saying? That's what's keeping them in this shit, and they don't want to think about no other stocks. Because think, what stock is they talking about going to 100,000, going to 10,000, shit like that? Ain't no stock you looking at that you thinking about going there, which that one is not either. But they got them motherfuckers believing that shit.
mm-hmm. I just think there's other plays to make, man.
It is.
And the time you wasting time. You really don't have time to waste right now. You know what I'm saying? There is no time right now to waste. If you are, you know what I'm saying, let's say you only got like 10,000. Like if you got between 10 and 50,000. Let's say you got between 10 and 50,000. You really don't have no time to waste. Okay, because we're headed into hyperinflation. The market might not crash, but we're headed to hyperinflation. Prices of everything is going to be going up. Gas prices is going up. You won't see $7 a gallon in gas. You're gonna see that. Okay, and then the prices of everything is gonna be sky high. And if you're gonna have to have money, you're gonna have to have cash, to survive this inflation shit. Okay, and then the market might crash after that hyperinflation. Then what? You still
Oh,
waiting
the
on?
market gonna crash at some. The market gonna crash at some point. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's gonna crash. Even $1,500 was a dream stretch, but I don't know how much other things are influencing the price. Yeah, I mean, maybe so. Okay, maybe so.
And you gotta look at it like this. 1 week, Matt Kohrs page go down, his YouTube go down, and they come back up. Tower Bull Twitter just went down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot of funny shit going on too around this shit. It seems like a trade down there semi-retired. I mean, so what?
Yeah. Then Trey talking about he don't want to talk about AMC anymore. What? Imagine that. He tells you to buy in at $60, and then you're down $30, and then you come calling him and he tells you that he don't want to talk about AMC anymore. Imagine that. Imagine he's your financial advisor saying this to you. I'm down $30. I'm down $30 in share. I don't want to talk about it no more. I want to move
He
on
talk
to
about
something else.
he talk about he gonna talk about it, but basically like on some briefly type shit a little bit though.
Really? Really? He got you into this mess. Now you basically on your own to get out of this mess. So someone get Adam Aaron on NFT boom. What's up, Josh? Um,
What up, though?
what, what you mean by that? NFT economy on the NFT boom? Yeah. So, um, me personally, a person who got $50,000, you really don't have time to be wasting on AMC. Time is ticking. Okay, we headed into hyperinflation. We get another stimulus running around here, a fourth stimulus.
Oh my lord, they better not, man. They
Okay,
better not.
they give out another stimulus. Hyperinflation gonna be up like a motherfucker, straight up, because these sneaky done made ends on YouTube. Yep. So,
Guns.
so all them AMC YouTubers, yeah, the motherfuckers
Yeah.
they don't want to talk about AMC as much. They want to just simplify everything, and simplify means they're not gonna spend that much time on talking about that stock moving forward.
Now he trying to teach you. He was teaching when he was talking all that shit to begin with. I thought,
Yeah. Oh,
shit,
you know why he's doing that too. You know why he's
what?
sitting there saying he wants to teach that. I'm gonna tell you why. Trey Trades, wants to basically sell, a subscription. That's what's going to happen next. He's going to want to sell a subscription where you pay X amount of dollars per month, and then he teaches you how to options trade. He's going to tell you all of his plays that he's into and when to get out and everything. He's going to sell it. He's going to be selling a subscription, okay, for X amount of dollars per month. That's why he says he wants to get into teaching you how to trade and do options and everything like that. Okay, because bottom line is he's going to sell it to you and you're going to pay for it. Okay.
He said Adam Aaron was asking, how can we bring sports to theaters? ECO.
They ain't got no money. How they gonna bring? How are they gonna bring? How are they gonna bring sports to their theaters when they giving all the fucking money away to all the people on the board? Okay, how they doing it?
Don't
Huh?
forget.
They passing money. Don't forget, some government owned. They puppet machine. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, Trey. This shit is
You
all a
from New
scam.
York? You from New York or something, bruh?
Yeah, he gotta be. He gotta be
Yeah,
from the East Coast. Okay.
you got that. Yeah.
Bottom line, that dude Trey is sitting out there trying to sell y'all a subscription. That's what he into. Okay, and y'all gonna pay for it. It's
I
gonna be
never
like
thought of it like that.
it's gonna be $25 a month. I see it. You see it on YouTube all the time when you be watching these financial channels and you be seeing like the infomercials before you cut on, before the show cut on. They be showing it all the time. That's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to be like what's that guy's name? Tim Sykes or some shit like that. He's trying to be like that. Okay.
Oh, Pittsburgh. That's what's up, bruh.
You from
That's what's
Pittsburgh?
up.
I feel you. We out of Ohio, baby. So anyway, Trey, maybe sports betting in
Say
theaters
maybe
might be.
sport back. Yeah, that's what Marco was talking about.
Yeah, I was saying that a
Now
while
yeah,
back.
that might bring him back.
They ain't gonna do it. It makes too much sense. It makes too much sense, and then too, it probably costs too much money to even get involved for them. Okay, and then think about it like this: what if they gotta be real cautious on what kind of bets they take. They can't
What's
take no more.
are these tickers? NFTs, those are them things that you can sell or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sports behind them.
Oh, sports behind them.
Kind of NFTs is like them shit that you can buy like those. I forget like people was getting into buying them motherfuckers like sports athletes and shit. Like I think Dame Dash and Jay-Z was going at it over them reasonable doubt NFTs, some shit Dame Dash was trying to do with some NFTs.
Mm-hmm. So overall, this is all a scam. Trey Trades has scammed you again. Okay, he's trying to scam you guys with that dude shit that he gonna be coming out with. Guaranteed. I give it 2-3 months. He gonna be bringing that out. Trying to get y'all on some money. I'm gonna drag my Z on Omni. What's Omni?
Oh, see, I ain't hip to Omni, but I know Pokemon. I heard that shit was going stupid though.
NFL, NHL.
It's a lot of ways motherfuckers hustling out here though, for real, bro.
Yeah.
Real talk. It's a lot of ways motherfuckers getting to that bag out here.
Yeah.
Augmented reality. And like they selling like people buying and selling that shit like basketball cards or some shit, but on a digital level, right, bro?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Tarbull RIP, yeah, baby. I dig Tarbull. That's my baby, but I think ain't she back though?
She gone. I thought, is she back?
Hey, tell Tarbull to come up on here though. What up, though?
Shit. Why you think she shut her shit down?
I don't know. They talking about, I don't know, because I think she might got a new one up though. Hold on, we gonna check this shit out. I don't know. You know she got to get back out here. She talking about she about to get live on Twitter. But you know, motherfuckers make troll pages too though. You see what I'm saying? So you can't know, like, a motherfucker clone your page. That's how you really don't know what's happening. It's hard to really tell.
He said the dude was a fake with her.
Who said that? Somebody said that?
Kid. Yep, kid said it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
See, they had, and you know what the crazy thing was? They had that motherfucker with her motherfucking OnlyFans on that bitch and everything though. She talking about she about to come live and some shit. I was trying to find it. I couldn't find that shit no more. I was looking at that shit. Damn, these motherfuckers on some other shit, man. AB.
Hey, yo,
AB, what it do?
Hey, be in the motherfucking building.
Be in the fucking house. That's right, guys. What's going on?
What's happening?
What's going on, baby?
Nothing much. Just crazy shit, just like everybody else going through, you know. So
got that beer popping, I see, huh? Damn.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I just touched it up a little bit, but yeah, it's getting gray now. That's all the stress from everything is killing me, you know. So I don't want to show the top half. All that
get great.
Yeah, I'm one of those old people that, you know, the hair started moving downhill, like I'm going bald up top and everything else is going down below, you know. You know, the hairy chest and hairy back and beard, and it gets all out of control.
Hey, look what kids said.
Yeah, I'm good. Well, hey, look.
Hey, BB, on them.
What's going on? Tell me your side. What you think, bro? What you think is going on?
Talk to him.
Busy. I haven't been able to look too much into it, but from what I see, I mean, it's kind of weird that they all got together and then they all are like taking a step back, right? Like, is that not like a little strange to you guys? Is that not like, and from what we know, these guys didn't know each other before this, right? Like they all just met through the community and blah, blah, blah. And then Tara Bull deleted her Twitter. And I don't know if it's still deleted. I haven't checked today, but
yeah, it is. But you know, it's a fake one up, and homeboy kid said that it was a fake one. I thought it was real. She talking about she was.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, that wasn't real, huh?
No, that wasn't real. That wasn't real. It was fake. Yeah, it's kind of strange. So I'm thinking, like, I don't know. It's all speculation because who knows what's really going on. But I'm thinking that maybe there's some legal stuff going on with them. What's this? Oh, sorry, I'm just reading.
NFTs.
But I think the NFT thing is like a fad thing. I don't think that's gonna last, but that's just me.
Motherfuckers on there heavy. I don't really know much about it like that. I just,
you know,
like you might be right. I don't know.
It's like new age art. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, that, you know, but it's, I don't know. It's. I'm not into art that much. Like, I like comic books, right? But that's not like art considered. I'm not like into like going to the museum art store stuff like that.
I like basketball cards.
Yeah, I used to collect. Man, I used to have. I don't even want to tell you how much I used to have in basketball cards and shit too. Like I was during the I was collecting during like Jordan Prime years. So like from '88 to like '96, I was collecting. I had so many. Pippen was my favorite player growing up, though, even though he turned out to be a jerk. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm kind of built long and lanky like him, so like I'm not 6'6", but I'm 6 foot, you know. Like, but I don't know. I was like Pippen. I was always a Pippen guy. I mean, that year they went without him. They had the same record and they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals on some bullshit to the Knicks. I think they would have won that year that Jordan had left, and then Jordan came back that first year when he came back from retirement, like in the middle of the season, kind of fucked up the whole thing. But I was saying like the Tara Bull thing. I don't know about Tara Bull. I mean, Tara Bull, who knows with her, like. But I'm thinking that So I showed you that tweet. Maybe I didn't, but the Gary Gensler where he was talking about
he was talking. You said the feds about that. You think motherfuckers about to have the lawyer up? You want me to pull that up?
And after he put that out, isn't it convenient that all of a sudden these guys got together in a group down in Miami, and all of a sudden they're backing off? So
ain't that some
I
shit?
feel like, I feel like something's gonna happen this month, one way or the other. Either the squeeze is gonna happen, or something's gonna happen, and it's gonna tell us all what's really going on. You know what I mean? So, because. And the other thing is Congress went on a 7-week vacation.
Yeah.
So, they're running and hiding.
He said, bruh, I made 80 bands, no cap, no flex, 1 week off, fucking blow up from What you talking about? 80 bands, what you talking about, bruh? Lou has left the building as well. I seen that. I was gonna touch on that too.
Oh, Lou, I didn't see Lou.
Though, John?
I did not see Lou had left the building. I did not see. No, I don't keep that much with Lou because I said.
I'm telling you, man, this shit getting freaky, man. This shit getting real freaky, man.
Either legal action is coming from Citadel or the SEC, and I'm thinking they got together to pool their money for a lawyer. That's what I think.
Nara White, let's see what she's talking about. What's up, though? We ain't never seen you around here, though. What up, though?
Nara White, media silence keeps the enemy from continuing intel, due diligence, if any new will be dispersed in other ways. Good luck and peace. Hey.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing.
Pedal, man. Jump on. Go ahead, though, AB. My bad.
So, no, that tweet I sent you with Gary Gensler where he was talking about a stock going up.
Okay. I'm about to put that up right now.
Oh, no. I mean, it's I can't remember if I sent it to you or not, but
right there it is.
Yeah. So see how he's talking about the stock went from 220 to 480 and back down to 40 all in a matter of weeks. And then technologists came along, how they changed the face of finance. That's not speaking about the hedge funds and the stock market on the Wall Street. That's speaking about the YouTubers and Reddit and Twitter and all that shit.
Hey,
that's what I get at.
You got that echo, bro.
Oh, sorry.
I'm about to put up. No, I gotta fix it though. AB, you go ahead and do your thing.
So what I see is that came out last week, I believe, and then this week all of a sudden all these guys get together and take a step back, and Lou is gone now, which I didn't know about that either. Lou,
I'm not like a Lou fan, but play it. Lou a little different, man. He see like I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm at with Lou, man.
Man, he screams scam artist to me. He screams like con artist. The way he talks and the way and I know people like him, and I get it. I guess he's got that old like I don't know if it's like Italian vibe or whatever, like the old school Italian, I guess, vibe or whatever. But I'm just not a fan of his. But he hasn't asked for money from people, as far as I know, either. He just does the YouTube thing. Yeah. It's not like Trey asking for GoFundMe's for a fucking movie for $500,000, and that's why I think the ones that got together are the ones making a really lot of money off this. Like, except for Matt. Matt didn't get in there, but Matt's. I don't know. Matt's. I don't know if he's taking a step back. I noticed his Twitter hasn't been as active.
And then I see Matt streams ain't as long. We was looking, he was doing 7 hours, like damn near 8 hours. Now he chopping them up into 2 and 2. And then he talking some shit. He got some new video out. We about to break down. It says some shit like that the government listening or some shit like these motherfuckers getting scared, like you were saying, AB.
Oh yeah,
they might be coming. They might be coming.
What I said before. What did I say before? When you do the videos, it gives you a face to attack, to smear, to make the example of. So say the squeeze does go down. Well, guess who they're going to go after? They're not going to go after Wall Street.
Trey, man. The motherfuckers they going to jail, getting handcuffed whole. Believe that.
They going to jail?
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want to say, I mean, like I said, who knows what's really going on with it, but I'm kind of glad that
earlier,
they're taking
Marco?
a step back because
remember, Marco, you said that like they getting together and trying to drive this price up. That shit illegal what they doing.
Yeah.
Did you just say that to me earlier when we was talking
Yeah.
on the phone?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the thing that people are
And they
mad
know
about,
that.
they have every right to be mad about this, is that the people on Wall Street do this shit all the time, just behind back doors. You know what I mean? That's the hypocritical part of this thing is that Wall Street politicians, they're doing backdoor deals all the time. They're colluding all the time. And what's the difference is now that people are doing it, it's become a problem. You know what I mean? So I think what will happen is I think the squeeze will happen at some degree. And I think after that, they're going to change all these. You've heard about all these changing regulations and changing laws and everything. They're not going to change the regulations to benefit the real retail trader. They're going to make it harder. Marco said this in one of our conversations a while back. They're going to make it harder for us to do trading online.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not going to be.
Gary Gensler. Look what he said about Gary Gensler. What Josh said. Oh my bad, I changed it.
His brother used to work with Kenny at
That's what I'm saying, like yeah. And I don't know much about Gary Gensler, so I don't really want to say one or the other, but that tweet, everybody took that as like good. The thing I hate about the ape community now is they twist everything into great news. Like they a lot of people saw that tweet and were going off like, oh, it's such great news that they're making more regulations. I'm like, you guys are misreading that. They're not going after Wall Street as hard. Maybe Kenny will still be the face on the other side. They'll probably do Bernie Madoff him like they did Bernie Madoff back in the day, but I don't know.
Kenny?
Kenny Griffin.
Yeah, Ken Griffin. I think he'll be the one on Wall Street that'll take the hard part of this if anybody does.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest will go to the YouTubers and stuff for collusion and stuff. So either they'll get fined enough where they won't make any money, or they'll end up in jail. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah. And I see a lot of people simping for terrible. She's getting all this. She's getting a lot of hate messages from people and everything. And I'm not about.
You got that.
Yeah, I'm trying, guys. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. No, that's my bad. It's on. You got it. Go ahead.
Okay, but like with terrible, I'm not for like sending her hate messages with personal insults and stuff like that. But when you do porn, you kind of get what you ask for some too. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, I'm sure some people took it too far, but like the average person.
So was she on her OnlyFans getting fucked and shit like that? Is that what it is?
I think she's just doing like softcore solo. I've never looked into it too much, but I don't think she's doing straight up porn. It's just like, you remember like, what was it back in the day, the Showtime at night or whatever it was that, I don't know if you remember. This is how old I am. Remember the TVs where you had to, when you were a kid, you'd get the fuzzy channel and you'd see like sometimes you see some tits on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I
never saw that.
Oh yeah, like they used to do like Showtime at dark or whatever. Like I can't remember what it was, but it was when I was like 8 years old. It would come on fuzzy on the TV at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and you'd see like softcore porn.
What's the RIE company is the platform that holds OmniCoin, which is also NFT compatible. You know about this, AB?
I don't know much about the NFTs. Like I said, it's to me, it's kind of like crypto and art together, where it's just like a money laundering operation. It's just like a new money laundering thing, I feel like, and I think it caught on as a fad with some bigger people, but it's. Hey, I'll look into it, Josh.
I'm gonna check it out too.
Yeah, I mean, like I just haven't had the time to look into NFTs. Like I said, it's online art, but mostly. But I feel like that's a kind of a bubble that's you don't really hear as much about NFTs anymore as you did like a couple months ago. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. See, FINRA President Robert Cook has announced that FINRA will conduct new regulatory sweeps focused on social media influencers who will publicly give advice on stocks.
Yeah,
so you guys want to talk about the Lakers? We can't be talking about the stocks much more. I ain't trying to go to jail either, you know.
Yeah.
But we're not giving
So
like
they,
financial advice. We're talking about the situation that's going on around it.
yeah,
Yeah.
we breaking down the shit more so, but
Yeah.
we have spoken a few plays, but
Yep.
Yeah. Well, be careful, guys. You know, who knows who they'll go after or whatever when this all, you
Yeah.
know. But you guys aren't on the AMC train, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. You know what I mean? Like
hell nah.
you guys are thinking it's a whole con and everything like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um,
But
you know.
He
I
said
wonder what's it going to be like that in the future though. Can you like let's say for instance we're actually pushing a stock that we actually like. Could you get in trouble?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the way it's looking, hell yeah.
Well,
And
I
say
think
you get a lot of people who like it along with you. Shit, that could
yeah.
become trouble.
And I think the reason why they're going after these ones that maybe are taking a step
Subscribe,
back
Josh. We keep it a
is
bean. He said
is
music would be the new NFTs. That'd be
yeah,
dope. If you could
That's
profit off
possible.
of it like that.
we'll see. I mean, like I
That's
said, I have to
possible.
look into it more. It's kind of a new technology, and I'm, you know, you know,
Hey, we appreciate that, bro.
yeah,
Thanks,
good looking
kid.
now. I'm gonna look into it. Yeah, like that's kid just said we're just exposing the con, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason why they're going after the main guys that got together maybe is because they made so much money off the side of this. I think that's where the real problem is. Like we've been saying all along, you know, like the grifter on the side of, you know, asking for GoFundMe's and super chats and whatever, because they're not they're not legal financial advisors. Like, you know, Jim Cramer has some degrees and shit that give him the ability to go on TV and say the shit. You know what I mean? Trey is a 26-year-old guy in the military. Matt's a 20, or I don't know if Trey's 20. Trey's in his
He's
20s.
24.
He's 24. Matt's in his 20s. Yeah, he's 26,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, he's
And
probably older, I think.
yeah, so these kids are probably taking a bunch of money. You know, like I said, the money corrupts everything. And I think if you're just doing a show like you guys are, and don't have many views, you don't have to worry too much. But if you're out there making $500,000 in super chats on top of giving financial advice for people, then you have to have some sort of degree or something behind that, I would believe, to make it legal. You know what I mean? Like I don't know the inner workings of it all, but I would say common sense says that you can't just go on TV and give financial advice to everybody. And
What if Trey sold his position at $70? Meanwhile, he tells everybody that's listening to him to stay in.
well, that could be
Wouldn't
part. I
that
mean, that will find.
couldn't that be a possibility of one of the reasons why he could have
Could be. Yeah. I mean, if this goes to court, we'll find out. You know what I mean? Like, if this goes to court, we'll find out. They'll, you know.
I'm wondering if he did something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, if he sold his position and then he still tells everybody around him that to stay in, but his position has been sold. I wonder if that's one of the reasons why. If that could be one of, you know, because
I buy short. What's happening?
I buy short. What's going on, big dog?
He said these apps. Go ahead.
Use interactive data. So when you press on any of your tabs and create an order, the arbitrage is done. The market maker then arbitrages a buy and sell order profits, turns it around, and
well, yeah. I mean, I think he's talking about like the computers like Citadel and them used to like get out order information.
Yeah, they get the order information and hold the stock.
Oh, Adam Aaron, Trey collaborator, Adam Aaron Poke stock. I wanted to mention this to people watching.
Oh, kid.
So on the 9th, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'm so pissed that I'm not gonna be able to do this because I got
that call we was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I had to come on the 9th because like I got to take this woman down to Wasilla.
I forgot to tell you about that, Marco.
What's that?
Yeah. I want to watch that shot. I mean to tell Marco. It's some kind of tell him about it. Tell him about it, AB.
So on the 9th, they're doing basically like a big conference call with the shareholders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can call in and ask questions from what I understand. There's a link. There's a tweet that Adam Aaron put up and it shows a link where you can go and sign up, I think, for it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on the 9th. It's next Monday. Not this Monday, but next Monday, a week from tomorrow. And God, it's like the perfect opportunity for me to get in there and ask about, hey, better pay for the employees and benefits, like I was talking about before. You know what I mean? Like, but unfortunately, it's on a day where I have to take this woman to like 3 doctor's appointments because her shoulder's all fucked up and everything, and I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze in because I don't know what time it's happening for sure, and the time difference here and everything like that. So, if anybody's listening and is an AMC stockholder, I would appreciate it if I can't do it. If you got into the conference call and you asked Aaron about why his pay was doubled in 2020 when the theaters were down and why he gave himself a $40 bonus in February. Meanwhile, the employees don't get anything. And then why are they investing in theaters and like taking on more debt with theaters instead of reinvesting in their own business by paying their employees better and reinvesting in the theaters that they already have to make more people come in as opposed to just taking on more debt, something along those lines. But my main concern would be like asking why he deserves that money and the employees don't deserve anything.
They ain't about to answer that motherfucking question.
Hey, that'll open up a lot of eyes if it gets asked, though. That'll open up a lot of eyes if it gets asked and they shove that off to nothing. You know what I mean? So
boys, they'll be coming up with some crazy, stupid ass answer for that one.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping I can fit in there, but I don't know. It's going to be tough, especially because I up here the signals are shitty. Like I'm in Alaska, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Like I have to. I'm sitting outside my house, but when I'm away from my house, my phone signal goes in and out all the time. And so we'll see. And we'll see. I don't know. I'm hoping I can get on there. But if not, if anybody's listening that has some shares in AMC and is a stockholder and was able to vote and everything like that, I would appreciate if that. And even if I do ask it, I would appreciate it being asked again and again and again until we get an answer. So yeah. So, but that's a great opportunity. I'm hoping I can make happen, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, for all y'all people out there that got shares, y'all take that question to that round, to that table, man. When the guy gets out there and starts speaking.
Because to me, this was, like I said from the beginning, guys. This was supposed to be about the little guys, and that's the perfect opportunity for us to make a difference. At least get the eyes open on, hey, like this guy Adam is taking all this money just like every other CEO. Like I showed you that tweet a while back that had the payment difference between the 3,000. He makes 3,803 times more than his median employee pay.
Yeah.
So what? Why? For what? You know what I mean? And so I've said enough on that. I'm not gonna keep drilling. I'm not gonna use this to go on like a political thing. But I would appreciate if anybody is in there. Even if I get on there and ask, if somebody else gets in there and ask, that would be great. I would really appreciate that. And I'm sure the workers of AMC, the people that actually make the fucking business run in the end, would appreciate that too. So
let's talk about that round table of Trey and the boys. You got time to dissect this?
I haven't watched it, so if you guys are going to play it or anything, it's all fresh to me. I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch I didn't really
saw a
care.
little bit of it too.
Yeah,
I saw like under a minute of it, so we all watching it fresh.
Okay, so how we do it is that anytime that we hear something that you want to speak about, you just say pause, and then we'll just go in with that.
Okay. Right? I mean, I don't really know how much I'll have to say because I mean everything's already been said for the most part, but I don't know what they said in here, so it'll be interesting to see what they all got together. And I saw some people on the tweets below like saying it was kind of crap, like it was a bunch of So I'm interested to see.
Let's see. Let's fire it up, big dog. Let's see what they got to say.
I need to smoke some weed for this shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Weed stocks. That's the only advice I'll give in is weed stocks. Don't matter which ones. Just get in the zone.
Yeah, get any of them. Shit, for real. Hey, for all y'all new people that's on this show, I would greatly appreciate if you guys subscribe and like this channel for us. If you please would do that, I would greatly appreciate that, guys.
And guys, I'm not affiliated with the show. They let me on and everything. They're very cool. They deserve any subscribes and likes they get. Hey, if you don't agree with what they say, they'll let you come on here and make your point against them. That's how I get on here. So if you guys want some real people that'll actually listen to what you have to say, Ticket and Marco are the guys to subscribe to.
Yeah, subscribe to our channel, please. We'll greatly appreciate that shit. And if any of you guys want to get on the show, just push the panel. Y'all know y'all sign in like that. And I don't care where your stance is at. Okay, on something. You can totally disagree with what we got to say to you.
Yeah,
We'll
just
listen
be
to it.
adults. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm
Yeah.
not into like the name calling and shit like that. If you want to get on here and have an actual discussion with me while I'm on here, that's fine. But if you start the name calling stuff, I'm just gonna be out. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be for that. But I don't know. I don't. You guys might get into that, but I'm not. Well, you know, like
Yeah, I feel you.
yeah.
Y'all can
I
bring
got
me to smoke. Fuck it. I don't care.
yeah. Marco,
Y'all
I
can
mean,
bring me to
not
smoke.
that I can't handle it. I got lines too. I got bars too. Don't let the old man fool you. But you know,
I'll take the smoke. Fuck it.
yeah.
But anyway,
But
if y'all gonna be respectable, we keep that shit respectable. You know what I'm talking about?
And like I
Okay.
said, these guys are real good guys, man. I just met them a couple weeks ago on here, and they've been nothing but great to me. And they don't agree with the AMC with me on this. I think EMC is probably gonna. I mean, like I said, 50-50 shot. It's gonna squeeze at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they think the whole thing's accomplished. They could be right. You know, I just look at the whole timing of everything of the way the pandemic was happening, and you know, I could see why the hedge funds would want to bankrupt this company when the pandemic was everything was closed down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think this month something's going to happen one way or the other too, because now they're talking about the Delta and Lambda variants of COVID coming around, and there's been whispers of shutdowns happening again of some sort. Maybe not full shutdowns, but at least some sort of like people might not be going back to school and shit, from what I heard. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, they already wearing masks and shit. They already mandating them
and
to wear masks.
vaccine they gave, from what I understand, doesn't prevent the transmission of COVID. It just
Nope.
kind of protects you from it, maybe. You know, like I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what the fuck that is.
man, we talked about that before too. I don't want to get you guys demonetized or channel shut down talking about the vaccine, but like
yeah,
you know, we talked about it before. It's the old school drug game. The first one's free.
Yeah.
And then the
After
more
that,
you get,
gotta pay for it.
you know, that's why they talk about booster shots and stuff like that. You know, it's like the first one's free, and then the next one's not, and the next one after that's not, and it goes up a little bit and up a little bit. And they're like, so this is what pisses me off. Like I take care of this old lady here I told you guys about. I went down to get her prescriptions from Walmart this week, and she has to take some blood thinners because she has a blood clot. I went to go pick it up. You know how much they fucking want to charge for this medicine, Eliquis? $538. That was after the insurance. After the insurance. And they said the longer she stays on it, the more it goes up.
Was she on Medicaid? She ain't on no Obamacare or nothing?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean that just should tell you right there that if you think the COVID vaccine and these booster shots are going to be free forever, you're out of your fucking mind. They're going to pump those up, and they're going to be so expensive in 5 years from now if they keep this going on, you know, or 10 years or whatever. They're looking down the line, guys, you know.
I wonder if that vaccine is there to keep you dependent on that vaccine. They made you take that vaccine so that you can become dependent on it.
Who knows?
That shit right there, I don't know.
The thing that bugs me about the whole thing is the same people that like distrust the government so much are the same people saying go get the vaccine when Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, they've all done shitty things. So like I'm not like totally anti-vax, like, but I'm gonna wait, you know, like, and see what happens for a while before I go pumping something in my arm. So and I might have to. I'm in Alaska. If I want to leave, if they make it mandatory for vaccines, like a lot of companies now are making it mandatory taking vaccine to go to work for them. So, I mean, if I have to, I mean, my dad's not doing well. I have to go back to Maine at some point. And if I have to leave the state, I'm just going to have to do what I have to do to get it. But I'd rather not, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
Well, to leave the state, you gotta take that shit.
Well, yeah, probably. I'm not yet, but they're kind of working towards that. They are. They're working towards making it.
Marcus. Yeah, like right now, y'all talking about.
Oh, we're just waiting for. He's going to load this video. We're going to talk about the AMC thing.
He said we know better, peace. Hey.
Y'all just don't know better, peace. Yeah, but the Walmart one is just for the corporate. It's not for the employees in the store. I'm kidding. Yeah, but it's coming. You know, that's the start of it. So they're going to make it hard for us to get around if you're not vaxxed. So you might have to just bite the bullet and do it at some point. They're even trying to pay people. Yeah, I know. But, you know, like for me, I'm kind of in a position where If I was down in lower 48 and lived in the middle of nowhere like I do up here, I wouldn't worry about it too much because I don't have that much interaction right now with people. But like I said, if I have to travel, which being in Alaska, I'm probably going to have to go through Canada or take a plane or something at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to have to do it. And it's just going to be what it is, I guess. Maybe I'll get a cool superpower in the end. You never know. This could be the start of like mutants, like the X-Men and shit.
Yeah. Well, I hope this shit just goes away, man.
Yeah, me too.
Shit.
I know.
What we got here?
All right, here we go.
What's up, YouTube?
Y'all can hear it, right?
Yeah.
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Oh man, I'm just playing. Hey, we got freaking Voltron here together. We got Short the Vix, Rogue the Legacy, Review Dork, TMI. Just freaking showing Applejack's in the background. Applejack's, we'll find a way to get you in here. But we just kind of got together here in Kansas, the group of us here, and wanted to take an opportunity to discuss some. Oh, buddy.
So we got Titan here.
Hey, so I think there's a real opportunity here with this many people gathered together to discuss some different topics that have kind of been floating around Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, Discords, the whole freaking ape community in terms of good things, bad things. Because there's a lot of voices that are speaking about what's happening with YouTubers, what's happening.
I can say the one thing he ain't going to bring up is the employee pay benefits. That's all I want to say. I guarantee that. I haven't watched this. I guarantee that's not going to happen.
Oh, you know he ain't going to say that. He never said it.
With the stock, what's happened with the squeeze. And I think, to find some sort of centralized location to discuss what this is really fucking about, what this whole movement is, what the people behind it are, the whys, the stories, the reasons you got in it, to remind you what's happening here so you know that the apes are not leaving. That's what it's all about. So I'm freaking jacked for this. It's going to be cool to hear these people's voices in person, and I hope you guys dig this stuff. So let's send it, baby.
You don't find that crazy to be saying the apes is not leaving?
Yeah, like
so everybody going to do with their money.
Yeah, it's the whole. He's so cringe every time I hear him. Like, it just gives me a headache every time I hear his voice now. That stupid fucking laugh. But yeah, it's. I love how they go. We're not leaders. We're getting together and talk about the community. Like you guys, they have their own community outside of the apes. They're like, I think people that consider themselves apes don't necessarily follow Trey and Matt and all these fucking guys. So. They're a small part of a community speaking to about a larger part of the community. They're just like anything. They're the most vocal, any sports teams or anything like that. They're the most vocal, so they get the most attention, So anyway.
Okay, let me put it back on see them in order to get the audio. Is it echoing still?
It has been on and on. Yeah, it is.
Right now. Echoing right now.
Yeah.
Is it bad? Because
it's probably worse for people listening. I have like a delay in my headphones.
So taking things from there, I think we should address a few things with the community right now. There are a lot of apes out there. We're all apes. I mean, there's only 5, 6, 7 of us right here in one room together.
Hey, AB, had the mask investor ever showed his face before?
I don't know. I don't follow him too much. But not that I know of. I've seen some tweets and stuff, and he's always got the mask on.
But outside, on a macroscopic perspective, there are millions of us, over 4 million of us, and I think that we need to make sure it seems like that on a consistent basis. There seems to be a little bit of negativity that's kind of rolling through the community right now. It's easy to see. I mean, I'm sure you're seeing it. I'm sure everyone's starting to pick up on little tidbits of doubt, FUD, misinformation, whatever it might be. The point is, there's no reason why the positive sentiment towards AMC and or GME, if that's the stock you choose, shouldn't be heard every single day. When it comes down to being on social media, when it comes down to having 4 million different shareholders with AMC specifically, there's no reason why we can't do things like trend every single day of the week. I mean, if we can't even organize to get ourselves together, just to tweet out once a day, #AMC, we're doing too much, right? We have to get back focused on the little things. Let's get our voices heard. Let's make sure we get that right message out. Like, how do you guys feel about that?
Pause for a second.
It's seriously more simple than
how many more people can they bring in? Who doesn't fucking know about this by now? If you're into the stock market at all or paying attention to the news at all. Like this, there's no reason to keep bringing more people. Like, we have enough people. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like, don't bring new investors or whatever, but like, the people that listen to them. They don't get too many new listeners, I don't think. Yeah, it's, I don't know, it might be my headphones or something, guys. I have
Is it still
headphones.
echoing now? Is it still echoing now, kid?
I don't hear it on my end. No, I think we're
I
good.
don't hear it either.
I was for a minute there though. No.
Is it still echoing now, kid? And on y'all end?
I think it's good. I don't hear an echo anymore. But let's, kid, I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
But like I said before, more noise brings more attention, and we don't necessarily want more attention. You know what I mean? Like, that's, if you've been paying attention to the news for the last year, you've heard something about AMC. You're either in or out at this point. So the only thing that keeps them going is like the hashtags and shit like that. Like, enough, guys. Like, at this point, it's either going to happen or it's not, no matter what. No matter how many more people you bring in, no matter, like, 4 million people are already invested. That's quite a bit. I don't, what are you going to get half the United States invested in this? I don't think so. So, anyways, go ahead.
Do you think some apes done sold off during this period, or you think most of them held?
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously. I mean, I've been thinking about it lately too. But like I said, I want to give it till the end of the summer and see what happens. So, but that's just me.
So I mean,
don't know. I'm sure.
Do you think some have sold though?
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously. I mean, you can't 100% say everybody has held on to this. I'm sure there's a percentage of people that have said fuck this shit, especially with all the grifting. But these guys that are talking, making us look like fucking clowns. If we would have done like deep fucking value and maybe studs to the back and just let the action speak for louder than our words, then we'd be fine. But
yeah,
that's
what I said. If they'd have just, they shouldn't have got on TV till they sold out their position.
Yeah,
that's when you get on TV.
Or even just once, but now they're like on the TV. Like, I understand maybe once go on the TV, but now they're on the TV all the time too. Trey's been on Charles Payne how many times at this point? I don't even know.
Shit, probably about 5, 6
times. Yeah. Yeah, he's been there about 5, 6 times.
Yeah.
Matt Kohrs is now getting on TV a little more too.
Yep. Yeah, when they shut down his YouTube channel, he brought him on.
Yeah.
The next Monday.
Yep.
So I wonder if that's what that girl Tara did. She trying to, if this is a publicity stunt.
Man, huh?
What she do? Yeah,
that could be. She probably end up being on Charles tomorrow.
I don't know the guy's name that was with her on there. The other ape they brought on, who I said he was an Asian kid. It seemed pretty solid though, but I don't, like I said, he was making videos before AMC, I think. So, and some of these guys have, but I haven't seen what I'd be interested to see if he's doing the same thing that these guys are doing and taking a left turn or whatever. I don't know if he's part of this group that's on there, but
I don't think so, because I only seen him one time.
Yeah,
he might not be part of their group like that.
Yeah, I think he is his own thing and not part of like any community or anything like that. I think he just is an individual who goes over much more than AMC, I believe. I watch some of his videos and he's always talking about different stocks. At least he was a couple of months ago. I don't know if he's changed now.
Yeah, I think that girl Tara doing a publicity stunt. That's what I think.
Yeah,
it
could be so too. So basically, AB, you giving this squeeze a time frame.
Yeah, I mean,
by the end of the summer, you're gonna start thinking it might not be about to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it doesn't happen next month, it's not going to happen because there's too much going on. The thing about whatever's happening with the YouTubers and everything, and the shareholders call and all this stuff, something's going to happen. I don't get much hype into. At first, I did when when people put out DD and say this is going to force this or whatever, blah blah. I didn't. After a while, though, it just becomes noise, and it's just like, okay, It doesn't really matter. Yeah. But this is a real, the YouTubers and Terra and all that stuff. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for, because when something goes down, there's always some shady activity before. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, like Monday and Tuesday, if this drops 20% and then shoots up. If the squeeze is going to happen, or whenever that 20% drops happen within like 2 or 3 days.
So 20% to take that motherfucker what down
35 or so, 34 or something.
So another $6 almost.
Yeah.
20%, right?
Yep.
So that should be close to 30.
Yeah. But And if it gets down below 30, I mean, if it gets down around 30, I'm not really worried. If it gets down to like 2025, that's when I'm going to start really thinking about moving out, because then I at least at around 2025, I'm around double my profit. So, and then I can move on to other things. But
yeah, if it gets to 25, I say down there 27.
Yeah,
I would say like 27 because
if it gets below 30, I got some thinking to do. You know, that's just put it that way.
I'll say like 20.
At least you're realistic about the shit.
That's
You know
the
what I'm
thing.
saying?
Well, I'm not part of the cult of Trey and the cult of Matter. Yeah.
Hey, toss water on the squeeze. This is a so-called fake synthetic shares and naked shorts. So.
Yeah. And then he put another tweet out too about they can't speak on it for legal reasons, basically. So, I mean, look, guys, you watch the Wall Street Conspiracy, right? So you guys know naked short selling is a thing, and it's probably happening here. You know what I mean? Like, chances are,
you know it is. Ain't no probably.
Yeah. So there are more shares, I believe.
It is.
Yeah, I believe there are more shares on the market than are advertised. How many? That's a question. You know, like that's the $1 million question. That's what's going to make or break this, really, in the end, is how many of those synthetic shares are out there, really. Because if the computers take over and they have to buy back all those, that's what's gonna trigger the squeeze. You know what I mean? Like, and they're saying something about Monday. The Fed is going to. I guess they've been doing reverse repos, and I guess it reached over $1 trillion the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this all ties together. I haven't, like I said, I've been so busy, I haven't had a lot of time to look into this too much. But
what's reverse repos?
So I believe it's taking back assets. I don't really know. Like I said, I haven't had time to really look into this, so I'd have to do some research. But from what I understand from just what I've seen so far, it's kind of like they basically want their money. You know, like basically the Federal Reserve is, you know, we say they give these billionaires free money all the time, which they kind of do, but they still have to pay it back at some point. And I think that's kind of what's going on, is it's gotten out of hand from the federal lending side of things. And now, since we're trying to ramp up to go to some wars, they want their money. And
but how is it getting worse and AMC is dropping though?
But also this is what I'll ask. Let's say that's true. Let's say that they want their money right now. At what price do they have to give them the money back?
Now this is where I've seen different things on the rules. I think Fed, yeah, no, I understand that, but I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to get too much into it because like I don't know enough, and I have to do maybe I'll come back this week and I'll look into it and get back to you guys. But I don't want to say too much because I don't really know. It could be an conspiracy theory. It's not directly tied to the Moss like people are trying to make it out to be, but it could have some sort of effect on it. It may be the thing that triggers it in the end, from what I understand about reverse repos. And basically, if the feds want their money, then these companies will have to start liquidating stuff, and that could lead to margin calls and shit. Like, so we'll see. I mean, I don't want to, like I said, I have to really look into it. I'm just seeing what I've saw so far. I haven't really had the time to sit down and do my due diligence, so I don't really. I'm just kind of throwing shit out there right now, but that's kind of what I've gathered so far is what I see. But okay. I mean, I have to look into it, kid. Like I said, I don't know. This is just stuff I came across, and like I said, I don't want to speak too much on it because I don't want to sound stupid, and if it has nothing to do with nothing, but yeah, okay. All right. Sorry, I'm reading what kid said that. You're probably right. Like I said, I haven't looked into it, so. So anyways, guys, I just think, I don't know. We'll see what happens by the end of the summer. Because this thing could take off or not. Y'all leaving me by myself here? Y'all leave me
Damn,
by
I don't know
myself
what
here. I
happened
see.
to
Yeah.
Marco. Oh, we Gucci.
Yeah, I got kicked off for a second.
Oh yeah. I was like,
The only
so I was lucky
connection.
and thinking, oh God, I'm just like, what do I do? I have no idea what to do right now.
So I'm just wondering if they do call in for the margin call, where would that leave the AMC investor if they called it in tomorrow?
Well,
That's
hopefully,
good. So
that
that's
yeah,
good for the
that's
AMC investor.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, if margin calls do happen and then computers supposedly take over and everything like that, and there's a bunch of naked shorts on the market, that's what's going to push the price really up. Because depending on how, there's rumors that it could be 5 times a float, 2 times a float, whatever, and so it kind of depends on how much of that they had put out there and how many people hold. But like we said, this has become a swing trader stock, so it's not gonna. I don't know. It's gonna be tough to tell what really happens when it does. But there's a lot of determining factors of everything has to kind of fall in the right place for this to really kind of take off. But we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
He said the only connection to reverse repos have AMC.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was. That's kind of what I was going towards, kid. But I didn't want to it doesn't have directly to do
in the first place.
Yeah, I agree.
It does stock on trade like now. What proof do this have hundreds of millions of naked synthetic shorts?
Well, I mean, there is that stat of like it trading at 3,000% or whatever. I guess I'd have to. I saw this, but I'm more convinced by watching the Wall Street Conspiracy that there's naked shorting going on than anything the DD and everything. If you haven't watched the Wall Street Conspiracy, go check that movie out. Okay, I mean for real, it's like an hour and a half long. It's free on YouTube. Watch that, and then you'll see why I think what I think somewhat.
So kids, you don't think it's no naked shorting being done? That's what kid basically saying.
Yeah, I think the people saying that there's no naked shorting don't really understand what kind of a con game the stock market actually is. And you know what I mean? Like, it's a dirty game, guys. If the idea that, okay, 2 things can be true at once. There could be a bunch of grift going on with the stock and people pushing it up or whatever. But there also could be naked shorting going on the other side. And both things can be true, guys, and once you see this, you'll have no doubt that it's occurring right now. So like that's I'm ask Ticket on that one. I showed him that movie. Marco, you watched that too, right?
Oh yeah, watch it.
So watching that, do you guys not believe there's not naked short selling going on with this?
Oh,
I know for a fact it is.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing that we're trying to. I think when the whole thing started with GME, I think that's what people were attacking was these short. I mean, basically, it was putting companies out of business the way their tactics do, and they weren't. Free. This is another reason why I think they got caught with their pants down, because they've been doing it for so long and getting away with it. When we came into the picture and changed the dynamics of everything, then it fucked the whole system up. So now they're going to change the rules so it goes back to benefiting them, but we might have got one in on them or 2, like
my
GME, AMC. So
they about to get creative to save their ass.
They're trying.
That's all this is.
They're trying.
Y'all made them ad lib. That's all it is. In the middle of this shit, they said, "Damn, these motherfuckers caught us." So they said, "How the fuck we gonna get out of this?" They had to get a little more creative to keep their money.
That's why it's been delayed so long. This should have happened by now, really. This should have happened already.
They already know what they about to do.
Yeah,
they about to just think. It's so easy for them. They can look on Twitter and see how y'all feel about what's going on, so they can lower the price. Yeah. So they know exactly y'all sentiment. It's easy as fuck to check the temperature on the apes. So this shit is like an experiment at this point.
Yeah, no, it is. And like I said, we might get a win in somewhere. And I'm just trying to fit in where I get in. You know what I mean? Like that's basically what it comes down to with this. So if it happens and it takes off, but look, I started, I got in the Wall Street Reddit group. I couldn't post or anything because I don't do a lot of. I guess on Twitter I do now. I have my moments where I step away from the shit and just don't do anything with it. But Reddit, I didn't do enough for the karma or whatever to get whatever. But the Wall Street Bets group has been infiltrated with a bunch of people now. You're almost better off finding these smaller groups and seeing what because there's smaller groups in the Reddits and Twitters and stuff like that actually do a lot of DD on different stocks. And that's kind of where I'm going to turn my attention to when this is over, is finding some of those smaller groups, because the bigger the group is, the more noise, the more attention, like it's the old saying, buy the hype, sell the news. You know what I mean? Like, so if something's getting hyped up, buy it while it's hyped up, but sell it as soon as that, as soon as that hype's over. That's kind of what I'm seeing. So,
and then once it's getting hyped, it's motherfuckers being paid to do certain shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it get took over by so much corruption at that point. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, what he said.
Sure, 100%. So this is on focus for time, but 100% AMC shorts have been covering. AMC's going to be 15% sure. It's possible.
But see, this is the thing about all that. When we talk about them playing dirty games, I don't believe any of the numbers that are being put out about anything right now.
I don't either.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's bad or good, I don't.
You what they want you to see.
Yeah, my whole theory on the stock, and I said it before, was that these companies that do the naked shorting and all this stuff, and these hedge companies tried to bankrupt AMC so they could either take it over or whatever, while the pandemic was happening, while it was closed, and we opened back up before they got the job done. And this is our chance. And same with GME. And this is the basic, simple concept. You can take all the charts, you can take all the whatever, and throw them out the window. I just believe that they got caught with their pants down, and this is a chance to make them pay. And like I said, there was a chance for this to be something special, to be a great movement and everything. Now it's just turning into a cash grab. That's basically what it is. So a lot of people are up. I'm up right now. I'm going to hold on and see what happens. And if I get to the point where I'm going to be down, then I'm going to sell and I'm going to move on to some other stuff. And I mean, my goal in long term is to make long-term investments, obviously, for my future, but to also make some short-term money on the stock market as well. So I don't have to work so fucking hard, because I'm tired of working fucking 3 or 4 jobs all the time, or I'm tired of, I take care of everyone 24/7, like I'm working all the fucking time. I don't get any time to myself. I need a fucking break. So I'm going to use some of this money to take a break if it comes through. And if it doesn't, then I have to readjust. But I'm going to get some money off the stock market one way or the other. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to, so.
Exactly. You can't quit no matter how this shit go.
Yeah.
You just got to know, like, it's all like they're experimenting with us. Well, I'm experimenting with it. You got to, nobody's a know-it-all. I understand. I'm going to take my lumps, but you can take your lumps according. Like, I just deal with a cash account. I'm going to take my lumps to where I can afford them, not to where I'm going to go into debt over them. And that's the whole trick of it all, So, and I'm like, hey, my credit's shitty.
Way to play.
Like, I don't have, great credit or anything like that right now, mostly because of medical bills.
I got good credit. I got real good credit.
Yeah. See, I got caught with a couple of medical bills, and that's all my credit basically, So, and I don't do much otherwise. I don't have a bunch of credit cards. I don't have any of that shit. So I'm just trying to make enough money so I can sustain on and maybe work as one job instead of 3, or whatever, and not have to work 24/7. So that's kind of my whole deal. But like I said, I'm already up. So if it goes down to like 2025 and I'm still double up, well, I'm still double the money I made and I started out with, and then I can move on to other things. So anyways, let's get back to the video, guys.
Hold on. One more thing before we get back to the video. One thing that kind of, it kind of boggled my mind was that they said that AMC has been traded more than GameStop since January.
Yeah.
And AMC is only $37. And it's been traded more than GameStop. But GameStop went up to 400, but it's down to it went to 200 for a little while. But AMC is only $37. That kind of scares me. Because
I'm sorry, I was reading the bottom thing. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that kind of scares me on that. When it's been traded more than a $200 stock, and it's supposed and they're both meme stocks. They're both bullshit stocks. You would think
they say the float is bigger on what's the name?
What is it, like 100 million?
I don't know how much bigger. It's a lot bigger. So the bigger the float, the more it take to move it. You know what I'm saying? The smaller float, the stock move easier.
But it should move more than $37.
Yeah,
right?
It should. I mean, it should.
I mean, I understand that it's not $300. I get that part. But 37, that kind of scares me right there.
Yeah, I don't. You know, this is the part of the stock market that I don't get. I mean, I guess I thought we originally were going towards why are not more people trading GME than AMC, and I guess my response to that would be because the price is so low that I mean, most of the retail traders are not rich people. They're going to have to take the lower price thing no matter what it is. Whether that's same with Dogecoin and Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff like that. What's poor people's money is going into AMC. Poor people's money is going into Doge, and that's. But I mean, there's such a wealth disparity. It would take so many more of us to really push the price up. What we really need in AMC is some institutions to get involved and push the price up too.
Yeah.
So, and there's a couple in there, so we'll see. And that's the thing, BlackRock and Vanguard are still in this. So as far as I know, unless they sold today, but I don't believe they did. So
go to the 6 month chart. Go to the 6 month on this. I'm listening to you, AB.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at this too. You know, I have a watch list of like 50 stocks that I'm gonna look into that I keep adding to, and this is on there already too. Yeah,
lithium.
Yeah, lithium batteries. Yeah, anything.
That might not be bad.
Yeah, anything lithium batteries. Like you were talking about on the show. I wasn't on the other day, but I watched some of the show when you guys were talking about was it semiconductors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's long-term investing. That's like 5-10 years.
That was that MMAT. I think that was
yeah. So
that's what Bob brought to the table.
Yeah, I mean, weed water technology. You know, like that's kind of the things to really invest in the future because those are going to have the most growth over the next 10 years, no matter which way you slice it. You know, you can get Facebook, and how much bigger can Walmart actually get? You know what I mean? Like, how much bigger can Amazon actually get? They really can't.
They maxed out.
Yeah, they maxed out. So I see them going to take a dip at some point, just like Tesla is going to take a dip at some point. I think the lower price stocks and the stocks that are developing in the future.
That LCID, that was used to be CCIV, that's going to take Tesla. You might as well grab that. That's on the way up.
Okay, so I had CCIV, but I hadn't kept up for a while on it. I didn't realize it changed.
The ticker changed, and isn't it LCID? I think it is.
Yeah,
LCID.
Okay, I didn't realize they had to change. So yeah, that was on my list. Like I have all this. When I was really getting into this, I did like a watch list of all these stocks, and I've been horrible keeping up on it because I'm so busy. But I have like 50 stocks in a watch list that I'm keeping, and some of the ones you guys have mentioned on the show before and a lot of it was going through Reddit and going through the smaller groups and kind of picking out stuff with some of the bigger groups. But and then I have a couple of my own that I just kind of think, you know. So, but I'm not.
You want to put up on here too?
What's that?
You got some tickers you want us to put on here that may not.
Not right now. I'll go through at some point and pick out a couple, but not right now. I don't feel comfortable enough right now to like really give. You know, I gave my WWE one the other day. That was kind of like a short-term 2-year. I was long-term 2-year deal or whatever. Which is, I know people are rolling their eyes at that, but it makes sense if you really think about it. But I'll have to do some more DD. By the end of the summer, I'll have some more stuff for you guys probably that I can throw your way.
Let's go back to what Trey got.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on,
can't hear.
One more before. All right, you can't hear nothing.
No.
Okay, I think I know why. And one more before we go. We're gonna put LCID and let them see that. Can't tell them what they trading is fucked up and don't give them nothing else to look at.
What's that?
I say we can't sit there and talk bad about plays and that play and don't bring no other plays. So here goes some other shit. LCID. This is the news. This is what's gonna take Tesla down. Like you were saying, Tesla is over.
Yeah.
Get into this. They cars. Have you ever done some research on this shit? Check them motherfuckers out, man. Cars is dope. They put them boys on the street. They look better than Teslas.
No, I am more in the market of going against Tesla as far as their I mean, like investing in their competitors because Tesla's way overvalued and some of these other companies. I mean, how many? I've lived all over. I've never seen a Tesla up close and personal, but I'll see a Ford and I'll see. You know what I mean? Like so.
I see a few
Yeah.
Teslas, but these cars look better than Teslas. I think they got some real good going.
Yeah.
This one you hold, this boy gonna go. It's gonna go up because
Well, I
electric
saw.
cars ain't gonna do nothing but get bigger.
Yeah, I saw. It's funny because Elon Musk put out his Cybertruck thing, which looked like shit. You see, I see his Cybertruck.
Marco like that shit. I ain't like that shit.
Oh
Either.
man,
I wasn't
but
fucking
I
with
mean,
that.
like, but then you saw President Biden doing the test of one of these that look like a regular pickup truck for the most part. You know what I mean? So I think okay, like the Elon Musk truck, it's neat in concept. It looks very futuristic, but I don't think the average person is going to look at that and go, "That's dope." You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, if you're like, I'm a nerd, I'm into it a little bit, but like as far as like what I saw everybody else doing when they were kind of trashing it, but I think the competitors have a leg up because they have more manufacturing than Tesla does when it comes down to it. They already have plants set up to make cars. They just have to switch how they do them, and eventually that'll happen. You know, so.
Somebody said this ticker is this one too. I guess is this the ticker? I'm guessing. I don't know though.
Go on the where usually have like a company thing where you can see profile.
It's TIMS
See, I put that in there.
or FTIMS.
FTIMS.
Yeah.
None of that shit is coming. See, I hit. We can't find that.
They're looking out narrow. But...
All right, we're gonna jump to the video.
And if the thesis hasn't changed, why we're confident?
Y'all can hear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's make sure we get that right message out. Like, how do you guys feel with that?
I think this trade is seriously more simple than people are trying to make it. I mean, the thesis hasn't changed in the last 7 months.
Pause real quick. I hate to do this already. Pause real quick. It was simple in the beginning. Who are the fucking ones that complicated the whole thing to begin with? Oh, you fucking assholes doing your fucking DD that you just take from other people and throw on and fucking say whatever about, you know, like doing actual no research yourself. You guys are the ones that complicated this. It was simple from the beginning. It's always been simple, you know, like, anyway, go ahead. Sorry. That pisses me off when they say, oh, who fucking complicated? You fucking assholes did.
Exactly.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
And if the thesis hasn't changed, why we're complicated?
Yeah, I think at this point too, we know that pretty much all of the core DD has completed. So at this point, it's more of just updates on what is going on in more broad market and how everything affects it, and correcting some things that have been coming out. So there's this weird dynamic circulating in the YouTube space, Twitter space, Reddit, where it's not necessarily getting the information out there. It might just be rushing to get something out there, when what we really need to be doing is just keeping it super simple, because we know what time it is.
Well, I just think that, as we keep adding narratives and more narratives to the play here, we end up, doing something like quantum physics. Nobody likes quantum physics. We came into this play because it was buy and hold. Quantum physics is unnecessary. The math does not add up, but it adds up to our favor.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And it's
What the fuck he say? The math don't add up. Would add up to our favor.
Basically,
I think
all that math that they've been doing on this motherfucking stock was useless.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
and I said that from the beginning too. Like, my thesis is pretty simple. They got caught with their pants down. All the other stuff doesn't matter to me, really. You know. So, yep, I agree with that kid. He wouldn't even get started. Yeah, he would have been bankrupt a long time ago without government subsidies.
our favor.
Yeah, it's in our favor, and it's to the point where we're winning something, and we're so far ahead sometimes, we're starting to slow down just to look back and see what's behind us.
Do you think y'all that far ahead, AB?
No, not like they're making it like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is all a mind fuck to me.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a 50-50 at least. And I even took your odds the other day when you said 25%. I'm like, well, that's still better than 0% chance I have of making this kind of money. You know what I mean? So I'll take that 25% bet and let it play out and see how it goes. Because I got nothing but time. I've been poor my whole life. I can wait it out. You know what I mean? Like, I can wait it out. And if
Yeah, I can
things,
dig it.
yeah. So you know,
And he basically saying we so far ahead now we looking back. Come on, man. Like
Well,
no,
people
that's
don't
just that.
realize
That's that celebrating before. That's Deshaun Jackson at the 1 yard line throwing the ball away.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what that
Exactly.
is. You know, like
Exactly.
that's bullshit. I hate
Exactly.
that shit. I
Perfect
hate that
analogy.
celebrating before you win is such. That's why the 8 Fest and all this shit was like. That's what really pissed me off. I'm like, you guys, we're celebrating for something that ain't fucking happened yet. You guys are celebrating because what's happened for you has been great. All you guys in this room saying you're speaking for a community while ignoring the employees. Like they've obviously heard me because the one that just said the bullshit he just said. He's the one that blocked me on
That's the
Twitter.
dude with the hat on.
Yeah,
That's the dude with the hat.
and I thought I gave him the benefit of the doubt, said he's one of the real ones, and then he blocked me because I brought up the
So
employees.
this is review.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one that blocked me on Twitter.
Wow.
So if you hear this, Gabe, you're full of fucking shit. You're not for the little guys. If you're for the little guys, it'd be easy for you guys. If you guys were really for the fucking little guys, like you say you were, you would bring up employee pay and how Adam Aaron is fucking over everybody by taking twice the amount of money during the shutdown and giving himself a $4 million bonus in February.
Wow.
And not giving the employees a dime more and taking on more debt. Instead, you guys kiss this guy's fucking ass, and you block people like me who you say you're fucking representing. You say you're representing us, the ones with a couple hundred shares or whatever. You say you're representing us. You don't represent me, motherfucker.
That's what Review Dork said.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, they all say it. They all like we're not leaders, but then they go on TV and now they're in a community talking about the ape community like they're the fucking leaders of this shit. You guys had nothing to fucking do with us before you got on YouTube, you know. And interesting, I don't know. Somebody pointed out Trey's Twitter didn't start till January 2021.
Wow,
that's what I heard. That's what there was a screenshot. I don't know if maybe it was doctored. I don't want to, but I saw a screenshot of.
I don't think he's been there that long. He ain't been there that long. So
yeah, I can take a look real quick. Hold on, let me see here.
It's probably true.
Hold on, I should be able to pull this shit up too and be able to.
Yep, joined January 2021.
So it's been like a year. No, it's been like
it's the beginning of this year.
Yeah, like 8 months.
It's right before he started going on with the AMC thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of wonder, was he put there on purpose?
Maybe.
I mean, that's obvious to me.
You know what I'm saying? Was he put there on purpose because who can build a channel with all those subscribers in 8 months?
And he got Weeble promotion in the beginning.
Yeah, Weeble promotion and everything.
What you talking about when he was brand new in this shit? He had promotion.
I believe so. I remember when this girl pointed me out to his videos a while back. The first ones I saw, he always said something about Weeble in the beginning. He stopped doing that for some reason for a while.
So you saw Trey for the first time how long ago?
Jesus, probably like somewhere. I think around April, around my birthday. I had already kind of, like I said, I already had a little bit in AMC. I had about 140 shares, and I've added 80 since then over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was around April. It was around my birthday when this girl pointed me out to him.
So
and I checked it out.
And he was kind of new then. I think he started in December.
Yeah.
He said or some shit.
But even when he started, I remember the conversation I had with a girl that I was talking to that, I came back and I watched one of the videos and she goes, "What do you think?" I was like, I'm gonna be very skeptical because he's promoted by Weeble. I said that right from the start. You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, take everything he says with a grain of salt, but he may be right on this. Yeah, Weeble equals City. Yeah, exactly. So, and hey, I go through them too, guys. I'm not trying to promote them or anything. It's just that's the one I found that I was able to get onto. I was trying 3 or 4 different ones for a couple of months to try to get on, and I just couldn't. This technology and everything, I was like, I'm okay with technology, but I'm not like super great, and I don't understand some of the stuff that they were asking. So it took me a little bit to figure out what exactly to fucking do. And I didn't put a lot of time to it, but
that's crazy. He gotta be a plant. That dude gotta be. He has to be. There's no way you can build up that many subscribers in 8 months.
Yeah, because he's the big dog, really. Everybody else is secondary to him, except maybe Matt and him are number 1 and 2. But
Yeah, he's got to be a plant.
yeah. So
He-
so let me get this right. These guys were apes, but they weren't. They're like true apes and the silverbacks and all this shit, but they weren't in before the GME thing happened.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And like I said, I don't even like calling myself an ape, but when they speak about the community and stuff like that's involved in this, I'm a part of that. And to have all these people speaking up for us, like these fucking young kids who running grifts on the side of it or just naive or whatever they are, I'm like, you guys are not the ones to be in pushing porn and all this shit. I'm like, you guys are not the ones to be speaking for a community of 4 million fucking people. Especially when you say for the little guys and doing jack shit for the employees. Have not brought them up fucking once in 8 months almost now, right? Well, 7 or 8 months. Not once did it cross your mind about anything about the employees. Not fucking once. And I know it has, Gabe, because I sent you a fucking message and you ignored it. And then I sent you the scam thing and you replied. So that shows me that you care about when it's about yourself. When it has something to do with you, you give a shit. When it has something to do with somebody else, you could give 2 fucks less. So
that's fucked. And how hard would it be for him just to say something about the employee?
That's all I was asking.
That wouldn't fuck nothing up on day. You know what I'm saying? Just to give little employees, try to make it better for them.
One word.
Like it don't take that much just to say some shit.
Yeah.
He said, "Why the apes in bed with BlackRock? The ones who claim."
Why are the apes in bed with BlackRock? What do you mean? Like, oh, because BlackRock's in the stock? Is that what you're talking about, kid?
Yeah. BlackRock ain't that one of the.
Look, when it comes down to it, if you're going to play in the stock market, you're going to have to deal with some dirty people. You know what I mean? Like, you're just going to have to. And it's what it is, you know? Like, I'm trying to, hey, in the end, you know, I want to do the stuff with the employees and stuff too, but hey, I got to live my life too, and I got to make some money somehow because I can't keep going the way I'm going, so.
But then the apes act like they're against the hedge funds, but they in bed with the hedge funds.
Oh, yeah, that's, I mean, like, well, I said AMC's no better. You on the same team with BlackRock? I'm not a fan of BlackRock, okay? But I mean, you may be right. You may be right. I don't know. You may be right, kid. I don't know what to say to that. I mean, you may be right. It's dirty part of the game. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, keep going, keep it going, keep that positive momentum rolling. Like when it comes down to perspective, I truly think that perspective does equate to reality. So when it comes down to people that are coming into the community, we need to make sure that we are looking like a fun place to be. We need to look enticing. We need to look like a steal. We can't look like something that's slowly starting to disintegrate or has been. There's still so.
They see that this shit loses steam. You hear that man just say this shit slowly disintegrating? They know this shit getting thin. It's motherfuckers is losing hope, man. This is their big push to try to keep this shit moving forward. Mm-hmm. That's what it look like to me.
To keep their shit moving forward. Yeah.
So much room for us to run. We have to make sure that we look like we're on our way to just getting started.
So a piece that I remember talking about, I went on Fox Business, I spoke with Charles Payne, the freaking silverback, the absolute man in terms of financial media, and he asked me a question, I'll never forget it. It was, what's your greatest concern in terms of what could derail the squeeze setup for these apes? And first, I kind of gave him a witty comeback. I was like, risk for what party, you know? Because he didn't specify, but my answer was very simple, and it's infiltration. Now, that can be thought of in a couple different ways. You can think of bots coming into the community, hedge funds coming into, you know, Reddit and Discords and YouTube, trying to act as an ape. But it's more than that. It comes down to unity versus division. Are you going to work with your teammates? Are you going to work with your apes, your fellow friends, your peers on, you know, providing due diligence and educating people to the best of your extent? Or are we going to divide ourselves like all of America and all the world already is? There's enough division out there, guys. I think the most beautiful thing about AMC is that it doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter if you're a male, female, what your political agenda is, where you live in the freaking planet. None of that shit matters. You're an ape. That's as simple as it is. All you have to do is buy and hold the stock.
Because we'll ignore it all and take your money no matter who you are.
And then he's sitting there calling for like basically like the apes need to sit together. Why wouldn't he have an open platform where he just open it up where all the apes can sit and talk, even the chat, or y'all can all jump on the panel and talk some shit? You see what I'm saying? Like it would even be easier for him to sit there and let that go. Motherfuckers will feel cool about interacting with each other. He could just be the conduit for everybody to get there and do that. You know what I'm saying? He not even providing that. So what? Like say when
He's
shit starts
providing
going bad.
Yeah, he put the fucking Wolf of Wall Street on his shit. You know, like that's the guy we want to really listen to. You know, like, sorry guys, he's a crook too. You know, like, and I appreciate that, kid. I know you just give me a hard time, but you're right. You know, I mean, there's some truth in what you're saying. Yeah, there's some truth in what you're saying, but I mean, what are you supposed to do these days? There's dirty shit ever. I worked for Walmart for years. I fucking hate that company too, but I had to because I had to do what I had to do. You know what I mean? Like you got to survive. You got to, and I'm broke, man. I'm trying to make some money. Sorry, you know, I've been giving a lot to people for 40 fucking years of my life. Now it's time for me to get something in return. You know, that's the way I look at this shit. So, you know.
That's the greatest concern that I've got is maintaining that. Hey, I'm just a simple ape, though. I obviously need some more opinions on that.
Yeah, I think this is where I jump in. I agree with you 5,000%. The only thing that's left to do is for us to hold. The longer we hold, the more uneasy we get. The more uneasy we get, the more nervous we get. And every day that passes, you're like, what the hell's happening? Why am I holding? You have to remind yourself each and every day why you're holding. And I guess the best way to remind yourself is open up a journal and record your why. Right now, every day exists an opportunity for the FUD to fuck you up. It's just that simple.
How culty is this shit?
That's simple.
Man.
One day, you're going to wake up, you got a shitty day at work. Maybe you got a, your loved ones, right? They didn't swallow. Now you're pissed.
This motherfucker like a mumbler. I can't understand.
Okay, keep it real. We love it.
Okay, that might have to get edited out.
You didn't get a good clap in. It happens.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
It's strictly emotional at this point. You're going to feel towards the stock the way you feel about your day. So if you had a crappy day, you get home, you see closing, you see it's down, you start wondering. Your wife's asking questions. Your family's asking questions. Now, you start listening to all this FUD because you need to confirm your emotion.
Well, hold on.
Pause for a second.
He said if you had a bad day at work and this is gonna make your day bad. Say if you had a shitty day at work and this bitch was up $20, that's gonna make your day a hell of a lot better in my motherfucking mind. So well, yeah, correlating a bad day at work with the bad day with the stock. Them don't run hand in hand. But go ahead.
The thing is this is the culty part I'm talking about. I hate to tell these guys that there is more to life than the fucking AMC stock. Not everybody's 100%, 200% into this fucking thing. Watch on every day, keeping track 24/7. There's not a lot of people that are doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. People have fucking lives. I have real shit going on outside of your fucking bullshit and your community that you fucking are grifting off of. You know, like I have real shit to deal with every day that AMC does not take up my mind 24/7. Now, do I do my research? Do I check on it? Yes, I do. Am I hopeful that something good will come out of it? Yes, I am. But I also have other shit in my life besides AMC, which you guys obviously do not. Most of you guys are fucking single, right? Like most of these guys don't have wives and shit, right? They have probably no friends really, you know, except now they found each other. I mean, like,
yeah,
you know, like Trey, Matt, and these guys, they're young, they're nerdy. I'm sure they're not very popular within their inner circle until this shit's now they probably are because they're getting famous and everything and feeling themselves. But guys, our fucking life does not revolve around fucking AMC. Sorry. You know, like I'm not part of the fucking cult. Yeah. Open up a journal, bro. What the fuck? I'm gonna keep an AMC fucking journal every day. Are you fucking serious?
He said rewind that deep was going nuts.
Yeah. And I think Gabe's older.
Yeah, he look like he at least about good 40.
Yeah, dude. That's why I'm so disappointed in this guy.
Okay, that might have to get edited out.
You didn't get a good clap in. It happens.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
It's strictly emotional at this point. You're going to feel towards the stock the way you feel about your day. So if you had a crappy day, you get home, you see closing, you see it's down, you start wondering. Your wife's asking you questions. Your family's asking you questions. Now, you start listening to all this FUD because you need to confirm your emotion. Guys, it doesn't have to change as long as you go back to your journal and remember why you got into this play at the beginning. The reason why we came here today was to really just sort of kind of agree on one thing. And that one thing is you guys. That's really it. We're agreeing with you guys. We're as nervous as you guys. We make it look easy.
This shit sounds so rehearsed and staged. Like,
it sounds like religion.
Going on?
Yeah, it's like a religious cult now. Oh, we go write down your why. Yes, but sounds like fucking Scientology. Yes, I agree. I was just heading toward. Yeah, wow. It's so cult-like, dude. That's what bugs me about the whole thing. Is like this cult-like.
You're right though.
Oh, it's just and what this girl said. Tara ain't hanging out with these nerds, man. You kidding me? Tara on her own shit. You know, I'm sorry. Like Tara wouldn't give these guys the time of fucking day ever. She may on Twitter and play nice, but in real life, nah. I bet they trying to get that pussy, but yeah.
This is such a weak con game. Marco, where you at? We'll hear you.
I can't hear him.
Is you talking, Marco? We ain't heard nothing from you.
Yeah, no.
Marco might have been saying
he looked pissed. Yeah, he's like, what the fuck is going on?
We ain't heard from Marco in about 20-30 minutes. I started thinking that what the fuck is up with Marco?
Yeah. He keeps kicking. He must be having trouble with the internet tonight.
Yeah, he just kicked. He just jumped out because he gonna jump back in. It just been me and you for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't hear him.
Me now?
Here you go.
There we go.
Yeah, was you talking this whole time in and out?
Yeah, I was, but I wonder why you was cutting me off. But that's cool.
Oh, we couldn't hear you.
My bad.
Go ahead, talk to him, Marco. Nobody ain't heard you. We was like, damn, I started thinking, what the fuck going on?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marco.
Yeah,
talk about it.
I was agreeing with what AB was saying. This is so cult like it kind. You guys, I swear to God, man, you guys need to watch this one show called On Becoming.
Look at Bob. Go ahead, Marco. My bad.
Yeah, you guys need to watch this one show
for a minute. Talk to him for a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, y'all need to watch this one show called On Becoming a God in Central Florida. Okay, I swear to God, you guys need to watch. It's basically like a 10-part show, and it's basically the same thing about this whole thing about dealing with like they were selling products that people were gonna change their whole life, and how they were gonna, if they sold enough products, they would become millionaires, but they never became millionaires. You know what I'm saying? And the people that were influencing them to continue to sell the products sound exactly like these people right here. I swear to God, you guys
crazy, man.
You guys need to watch that show, man. On Becoming a God in Central Florida. Watch that show. I promise you, it'll sound just like these people. I swear to God.
I had a friend that get involved in one of those pyramid schemes you're talking about. And he brought me to the thing. So, like, yeah, it's the same sort of thing. They come in and show you the big flashy ring.
Yep.
Tell you, you know. So this guy that gave us a ride down, we went in a group, and this guy that gave us that, he had his whole family. He had his, it was just so sad. I was like, oh my God, I can't. I went with my friend just to check it out, just because I was like, you're my friend, I'll go check this out with you, whatever. And when I went there, and afterwards he came out and he was like, what do you think? And I was like, I think it's a fucking scam, dude. I think it's a scam. I said, he comes and shows you that big flashy ring. It's probably fake. You know what I mean? Like, and this one guy was like, I've been doing this for a while. Yeah, I'm leveraged. I'm heavily leveraged, but I'll keep going and, fake it till you make it and blah, blah, blah. And that's what they're kind of doing. Yeah.
That's what
some Amway shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think this whole thing is to keep people from not selling their shares. I really maybe right. That's what I think that was all about. But they got everybody. They got all the major. Yeah, they got all the major influencers on this stock in one room, all on one accord. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To keep to calm everybody down, because I know they're getting a lot of bullshit right now.
Especially Matt. I'm surprised Matt isn't there with him, because Matt's getting a lot of shit too.
Yeah.
Matt's getting a lot of shit. Well deserved, by the way. Well deserved. You know, like I said, hey guys, if you would have listened to me when I sent you those messages a couple months back about making this fight about the real little guys and the employees too, including them in on this, maybe you guys would have some good fucking karma coming your way. But now you don't. Now you got bad karma coming your way, and it's well fucking deserved because I tried to warn y'all. You say you listen to the community. Obviously, Gabe heard me, so you're fucking choosing to ignore that, right? But we're all a community. Yeah. So
yeah. Make sure you guys watch that show, man. I swear to God, it's just like this shit. Yeah, I swear it's just like that. I'm telling you, that shit right there was like wow. And I watched that shit way before I even heard about AMC and all this shit, and that's why I said, man, these people sound just like those people on that show.
Well, that's kind of why it makes me so mad. You know what I mean? Because I see it. I saw it happen, and like I saw it grow right in front of me, and I'm like, oh my God, it's turning into a fucking another grifter's paradise. You know, and it's like we have enough of that shit already. But like I said, I think where you and I disagree is I think they're playing off the stock as opposed to being, you know, like. And you may be right because this world's fucking crazy. So I could be totally wrong. But like I said, I'm in a good position where I can hold. So it doesn't, you know, until it starts going down to about where I made only double, then I'll cash out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's worth seeing what happens because you never really know until it happens, I guess, you know. So one way or the other. So, but I don't think AMC is going to go bankrupt this year. So I think I can see why.
No, not this year. I don't see it this year. It probably gonna be like if they do go bankrupt, it'll probably be the first quarter of next year.
No, I think they bought enough time. I think it'll be like the end of next year, the beginning of the year after.
You think so? You think they're gonna hold on that long, huh?
Yeah, because they are. I mean, as much as they're taking on new debt with the new movie theaters they're acquiring, they still have to have some sort of good financial standing to do that. So.
Man, for real, kid. That's real shit.
Yep, I agree.
That's exactly how I feel.
And look, I'm not telling anybody to hold. I'm telling you what I do because my position is different than a lot of other people's. I got into this higher. If you're in higher and you want to, you know, like do what you want, man. I'm just going with my theory of how I'm going to make money out of this. You know.
And then you already said you will start rethinking your position on this whole shit at 20-something. Ain't nobody never said that.
Yeah.
And Then Massive Investor, I forgot. He said some shit like, we up right now. How can he say that for everybody? Motherfuckers who bought in at $50, $60. Everybody not up right now, for real.
Yeah.
So you ain't speaking for everybody, Massive Investor, to keep it a bean.
And that's where I think the division started was when it went up to 70 and 60 and 50 and people bought in then. And
some people bought that FOMO
and
think motherfuckers FOMO thinking the squeeze coming, I gotta buy. Think how many motherfuckers got caught up top like that. And they wonder if that shit if they gonna even ever be able to get their money back to keep it 100.
The highest I bought at was $13.
See, you good money.
Yeah. So like, yeah, for me, like, yeah, if it hits 27, yeah, it probably is.
27 is 420, yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
People with high averages will have the average down for much shit, but they digging themselves a deeper hole. If you ask me, shit.
Well, if you keep adding, but if you're just holding like I am, like I
no, but like if you add at these different prices, you cool because you got in at a good price. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying he said motherfuckers averaging and trying to average down, but this motherfucker gonna keep on going down, motherfucker. In my opinion, at a certain point, so you kind of fucking yourself.
Yeah. I'm not telling anybody to buy.
He's saying somebody that bought a 70 and now it's in the 40s and the 30s. They was buying that up. Shit, this motherfucker going in them 20s and gonna start dipping. Yeah, they fuck. You see what I'm saying? That's a problem.
You know they haven't said anything about buying a dip anymore.
Yeah, no.
They haven't said anything about that.
And in my head, once it went past $25, I was already like, I'm just gonna hold and see what happens, and until I can't hold anymore. And if that way, if it goes off, then I'm down for it. And if it doesn't, then I can move on to whatever else and maybe just keep a little bit invested just in case. You know what I mean? But I'm in a different position than a lot of people that came in at 70, 50, 60. You know, those people are. I mean, it's been a couple of months now, right? So, you know, the hype train. This is what I was saying. We were better off without the hype train because without the hype train, the actions would have spoke louder than the words. You know, like so. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Nobody really knows what's going to happen in the end until it happens. So
that's true. That's true.
You know,
we're built for this shit. You guys can beat us up all day, every day. And you know what? If the only thing that we can pass on to you guys is for you to believe that the reason why you bought this in the first place is because you're built for this shit. So you rock on day by day, just hold. Nothing changes.
So yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. You know, a lot of things that people forget is that the reason why the stock was so attractive, the reason why this was such a great play, because the stock was manipulated, because there was wrongdoing taking place in the market, and we noticed this with this specific ticker. Now, of course, the company AMC itself might have had a little bit more of a sentimental value to each individual, but at the same time, seeing what's going on in the market and then capitalizing on what was going on means we're now going to be receiving that same market abuse, that same corruption, the same foul play that we were noticing, and we knew what was happening. We jumped in, said we want a part of this. Now we're just receiving the negative end of it. It's a roller coaster ride. We're going up and down. We knew what it was. Relax, take a deep breath. We're on our way out.
So the main thing that I want to bring up is we're not going anywhere. Like, we've seen some people maybe want to take a step back, and you have to realize how long everybody has been in this for. Fact remains is we are not going anywhere. And the other thing that I want to bring up,
there they go telling people what the fuck they doing with their money again.
But I mean, they have their cult following now. They'll just go along with everything they say. You know, it's really sad to see it come to this. I never thought when this started they would have like a group fucking thing, like a religious meeting in Kansas of all fucking places. I thought it was in Miami for some reason. I thought Trey went down to Miami, but I think Trey went down to Miami.
Yeah, he did go to Miami.
That's what I was saying. So you know, like, they're traveling on our dime now. It's just like the thing with the movie, right? Like we were talking about. The movie. Why do they need $500,000? You can do Paranormal Activity was made of $15,000 and you're doing a fucking documentary. You could probably make this movie for under $30,000 and wait till the squeeze actually happens and then take the money that you're investing in that money. I mean, in this, if it actually happens, to actually pay for post-production your fucking selves. Instead, you're asking for a handout.
AMC is in Kansas?
No, they were in Kansas.
Said that?
That's what Bot said. Bot said AMC is in Kansas.
I can't see when I be on that.
Their headquarters. Yeah, I believe that. Pizza Hut's headquarters are in. Maybe. I didn't realize that.
Damn.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Wow. Interesting.
Who did? That's where they was at. That's where they was at that round table right there.
Maybe.
I guess so.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe Adam Aaron's joint. Who knows?
Oh my God! Come on.
Yeah, and hey, little known fact about Kansas: like a lot of companies have started there. A lot of headquarters are kind of based around there because that's like the testing ground for new shit a little bit.
Yeah, the Federal Reserve is in Kansas.
Is it?
No, it's in Missouri. I think it's in Kansas City, Missouri. I think
they went down for. Oh, so that's what this whole little shit is about.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
How the fuck y'all know that? They must have said that on Twitter or something.
I haven't had time to look into it this week too much. Like I said, I've got bits and pieces here and there because you see, I haven't really.
I was wondering how them motherfuckers got together.
Yeah.
I wonder.
We'll see what happens.
They have a lot of people who know shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know all this going on. That's why it's good to know motherfuckers that know shit that we don't know what's going on. And we putting the pieces together, like he said. Yeah. This really reeks of this really so the shareholders meeting. So what? That was open to anybody who want. Like, you could have went AV if you wanted to.
See, yeah, people were mad because it wasn't broadcast, and they were saying it was shut door. It wasn't shut door. It was you just had to be there. Which, yeah, the fundamentalist religious group. Yes, you are correct, kid. I lived in Wichita for many times, like 3 different times in the surrounding areas. It's very religious around there, and that makes a lot of sense to this going on. But, yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that more and see.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So Adam Aaron was there too.
Yeah, he was at the shareholders meeting.
So why is he meeting with them a week before the shareholders meeting? Why is he meeting with them a week before the shareholders?
It could be. I mean, there could be a couple different reasons, I guess. You know, maybe they're you know, like I said, there's got to be some sort of legal action being taken place against them or AMC, or there may be making legal action against the Citadel or whoever. I don't know. It could be anything really. It's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Like just learning the information new, I'd have to really kind of look into some things and see what I got out of it. But
I wonder if they met down there to see what the fuck is going on with AMC. Because at this point they're getting a little nervous themselves as to wondering why the fuck this shit ain't squeezed yet.
Well, you think Adam Aaron's gonna let him look at the books though?
No,
you know what I
hell
mean?
no.
Like, you know, like that's and even if he did, they're fucking. You think they'd understand? I don't think these kids totally understand what they would be looking at. You understand? They're looking for their positive reinforcement. They don't pay attention to the negative stuff. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I'm thinking they down there for positive reinforcement, thinking that Adam Aaron must have sold them on something that's saying that, hey, everything's on the up and up, and you guys don't need to worry about nothing. We're on the bigger and better things.
Yeah,
and they probably went in there and said, okay, we'll go in there and we'll tell the people to calm down and relax. That's the first thing that's one of the things that one of the guys has said was to calm down and relax, not to worry, because even they're worried now. They're worried now.
Yeah.
I believe.
They're catching heat now. They're catching heat now. There's some real hate going towards these fucking guys right now because people have lost money from listening to them. Or, you know, so, and why is he meeting with them? Like, man, it's the same dude that ran the 76ers into the ground before they went to the process. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's a carnival barker. He loves the attention. Like, you don't see GameStop CEO out there doing all this shit.
Oh, hell no.
You know, like,
do you even know who the fuck GameStop CEO is?
Oh, it's somebody new. They got a new one. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. I looked into it because I was looking into some GME stuff too. Mm-hmm. And you know, there's a lot of hate going back and forth between the AMC and GME types or whatever. There's some people that crossed over, but you know, everybody's playing. Look, man, it doesn't matter either way. If people are getting paid, you know, does it really matter?
So what you mean? The GameStop and the AMC crew is like separated, like they not riding under the same banner?
There's certain portions, just like there's Matt Furlong, yes, is the CEO of GME. Yes. Well, it's the same, like it's just a little, it's like we talk about with these guys. It's just the little most vocal groups, you know what I mean? Like that sit there and will say AMC is the distraction, or no, GME is the distraction, or you know what I mean? Like it's just this stupid back and forth about, it's like 5-year-olds fighting with each other, you know? It's just stupid shit.
So think when this shit start going real bad, if it go like we think, it's gonna be real nasty fighting, boy. Believe that.
Oh yeah, these kids think they're catching heat now. Wait, if this place goes bankrupt or anything like that, or something crazy happens where everybody loses their money, these kids better be fucking MIA for the rest of their lives. They better not show their face around. I'm sure people will just lose their fucking mind.
He said, does.
Yeah, no, there's some truth to that. But I mean, there's some people that are involved in both too. I've seen, so you know, I would get in GME if it was a better price for me to get in at this time, but I don't feel like it's worth the risk right now.
No,
and
it's not.
You know, I think once it popped, you know, like I'm not saying it's not going to go back up because it's gone back up again. So. But I think GME, like as a company itself, has a lot more to make up for to get back to being profitable. Because last time I checked, people didn't like GameStop before the squeeze happened when they were giving you $5 for your $60 game that you just paid for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Was people really into AMC like that?
No, dude, this thing that goes along with the cult like religious personality stuff, and this applies to GME too. That you know, there's like cult followers that just have turned into I love the company, and I love the CEO, and I love this and that, and they're pumping this stuff up. Like GameStop has so much more to overcome than AMC in the short term to avoid really going bankrupt. I know NFTs and stuff, but how many people really know about NFTs? That's a brand new thing. I mean, you'd have to survive for like 5 or 10 years to really make NFTs a go. You know what I mean? Like it'd have to be mainstream with all the locations they have everywhere. And I don't think there's enough of the population that give a shit about NFTs. No, I agree, but they bought themselves some time, kid. That's my point right now, is they bought themselves some time. Where GME, Yeah, I would too. But GME is a tougher turnaround than AMC because AMC can do things to change its fortunes, I believe. Like we've talked about some things they could do with like the Club AMC and maybe getting virtual reality movies, stuff like that. GME though, you know, besides like competitive gaming, what else is really are they gonna do that's gonna, and even that's gonna be subjective to where they're at too, you know, and the pop, you know, it's just, and they'd have to offer prizes and stuff like that for people to come. It's just, yeah. No, it was
not to, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was just reading. No, I agree, Bob. I'm just saying, I'm talking about where we're kind of at now with stuff. With, you know, there is some cult-like aspect to the GME. I see a lot of the GME pumping online too, as far as like, I love the company, the CEO, and he may be making great moves. And I think he actually took a cut in pay, so he's not as bad as Adam Aaron. And this new guy it seems to be his new contract is based off incentives.
You talking about GME? You talking about GME, right, kid?
Yeah. Well, but look, guys, I mean, the thing about the e-commerce game is, I mean, there's Steam, there's PlayStation Direct, you know, like, I mean, there's all these other ways to get games that's just the regular price or cheaper than GME is. And they don't own any of these properties. Like Xbox can go right on Microsoft, and, you know, I mean, Xbox can go right to Xbox and get the games. Yeah, and hey, maybe there's some miraculous turnaround, but from what I've seen, Steam, as far as PC gaming goes, Steam has the most by far locked down on that. So it's for GME to be successful is to bring people into their stores to buy shit, and it's getting tougher and tougher to do that the more technology comes around. Because, I mean, you can sell like gaming collectibles and stuff like that. Yeah, no, I mean, like that's I know. I wish we could all hold hands and change the world, but it's not happening, obviously. So but no, it was a money play. Like I said, it was a similar to AMC where they tried too early.
Yeah, if GME try to do that, that would be good. That would help revive them, wouldn't you say?
I mean, you'd have to get a lot of people to convert from what they already. I mean, people are creatures of habit in the end, right? So unless they come away with,
isn't Steam like a streaming type of situation or something like that?
No, I think you can download games from it. I mean, you buy games and download. It's just digital gaming. I mean, there is some. I don't think they do like online servers and stuff like that.
I think I heard you can get like early releases, maybe there on something like shit might come out on Steam before it will come out on the regular shit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I can see GameStop doing that. I can see GameStop doing a platform like Steam. I can see that.
They could, but I mean, like, how long is it gonna? I mean, you think Steam isn't gonna try to fight them?
They might be able to fight them, but people will. Kids will be more than likely to incline to go GameStop. So used to dealing with GameStop.
I don't know, because Steam is online. I mean, like I was at school when I was subbing, and these kids are all online gaming. You know, like they're not going to the actual stores. A lot of them get digital copies and stuff now. And Steam is just another platform like Netflix. Gaming developers will sell what they can. Yes, kid. But Steam doesn't have a lot of bad publicity attached to them that I know of. Most gamers really like them. Why would they switch from something they like to give something brand new a try unless they make some crazy development in how the
something.
Yeah.
And they're not, though. Like, you're going to tell me GameStop? I understand. I get it. But
who did? GameStop did that?
Yeah, GameStop. Yeah. No, they brought in Amazon execs and stuff like that. But I'm not saying they can't.
Like a better company than AMC. Don't it sound like they trying to at least put their best foot forward?
I'm not saying it's impossible for GME to come back. I just, when it comes to the streaming, there's so many other ways to get it, and hopefully this company changes, because maybe they'll come up with a new way of like selling your games back online. That would be the only thing I could really think of, is like, they do the used game thing. Well, maybe they can make some sort of deal where it's kind of like used game online or something like that, where you can sell your game back, or you can sell your save progress. And
somebody digital copy, like you could sell your digital copy back.
Yeah, like
that
do something like something. That, or make it so you sell your save. So say you beat a game and you whatever, and you got people that just want to play and not have to like open everything up themselves. Like, you just like if you're playing an open world game, right, like Red Dead Redemption, something like that, it takes like 5 or 6 hours sometimes to get to the point where it's open world. Some people just want to get to open world. Maybe they can do some sort of thing where people sell their game saves and open them up to the community so that other people can play off their save or something like that. Maybe they can do something crazy like that. That would change the way of e-commerce from and GME is trying. No, I agree. GME is trying.
Yeah,
Adam Aaron's not.
I didn't know that until y'all said that. That's why I like having these conversations. With that being said, GME standing on some way solid than
GME stands stronger.
Yeah, but they got. I mean, in the short term, they have a tougher battle to hoe. In the long term, maybe you know these guys will turn it around, and having a young CEO on board and guys that were part of Amazon is probably good for them.
How old is he?
He's in his 30s, I think, 30s or 40s. I'm not sure.
That's real good. That's real good. I like.
He might even be in his 20s. I'm not sure. I know he's pretty young. He looked pretty young when I saw his picture, so I'm gonna guess.
A young mind. That's definitely the way to go.
Again, that's better than Adam Aaron with his old ass.
Adam Aaron's giving away. He's just creating more debt. And like I said,
33 years old.
I'm interested to see.
I like that kid.
Yeah. See, that's
Because he'll come up with some new technology type shit. Because he more with it. You see what I'm saying? Like he gonna bring some more cutting edge shit to the table than a 50-year-old man or some shit like that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is they have to really do. I mean, they really have to do something extraordinary to really turn it around. I feel like in the long term, they've obviously bought themselves some times. No, you're right. And,
really?
Yeah. So but
GME ain't in no debt.
Cash rich, zero debt, AMC's in debt, and dealing with rent costs. Yeah, that's true.
And giving away free popcorn and coffee and taking on even more theaters.
What's the name done went up that high?
Yeah, and that's why GameStop hasn't fell down either.
Yeah,
you know, GameStop is still standing strong. I understand with the almost $500, but that bitch still shouldn't be $200 if it was I
mean, realistically. If we're speaking though, realistically, the GameStop stock really is worth about $20 or less.
That's true.
The end. You know what I mean? Like that. So what you're saying is what the market is dictating should be around $200 to $300 for what its position is in. You know, I guess in the current form it's at, you know, with the shorts going on and everything. But I think AMC is overvalued right now too. So and what the actual value is and what we're paying for it is two different things, just like with Tesla and everything else, and you know, Bitcoin. So it's all made up really in the end, you know. So
shit. Let's hear some more about this bullshit, man.
All right.
Yes, kid.
Emotion. When money's involved, this whole situation is going to get super emotional. We've seen it over the past month. Emotions are high. We saw the stock run up, come down, kind of consolidate, and then break lower. A lot of people were buying at those higher levels. We completely feel for you. You have an unrealized loss. It sucks looking at it. But what I would recommend to those individuals is try to watch Trey, TMI, Review Dork, read like Rogue's DD tweets. All of the information is out there for you to learn and make your own decision. And once you are able to come to that conclusion, any BS FUD that somebody on Twitter says, basically anywhere, you're going to be able to put the blinders on and basically say, I could not care less about what this individual has to say about my investment. I've done the research. I know the potential of this situation, and I'm just going to keep doing me.
You know, they talk about on Twitter and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I swear to God, these motherfuckers is cults. This is a cult. The majority, I'm not going to say all of it. I'm not going to say the majority of all the cults, but this sounds a little cultish.
Yeah. No, I hold for you. Yeah, you'll hold for me, but you won't do shit for the employees. I believe that in a fucking heart. You know, like fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. I'll do Andrew's fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
Straight bullshit.
Oh my God.
Hold up. How did we get to this?
Basically, anywhere, you're going to be able to put the blinders on.
That's how you can tell this organized.
I could not care less about what this individual has to say about my investment. I've done the research. I know the potential of this situation, and I'm just going to keep doing me.
Later that same evening.
All right, so basically I want to address all the different negative articles that are coming out. It's good that that we see these things, but everyone needs to understand that we've seen these things since day one, since back in February to now. And on top of that, I want to address all the misinformation, all the different
not the Holy
Ghost screenshots that come about on Twitter. If you don't have a source for it, you shouldn't be there. It's better to not be first, but be accurate. So you want to actually put the correct information first.
Pause that for a sec. So did Trey put out some disinformation about fucking Chad when he platformed him with thousands of people saying, hey, this guy's going to get a lawyer? Did you do any DD on that before you fucking posted that, Trey?
Sure did.
So you guys are sitting there blaming other people for exactly what you're fucking doing. The projection is real, just like everything else. Usually when people are saying shit, they're doing the opposite, especially when money's involved. You know what I mean? Like, so anyway, sorry. I just, that motherfucker.
Oh, good. You know how we do shit. Ain't no problem.
That's
that
fine.
Motherfucker.
You know,
Yeah, he full of it, bro. Full of it.
you guys had a pretty interesting conversation earlier about just how negative media gets more clicks. Like 90% of the media news is just negativity, and you were speaking about how they feed directly into whatever you click on, whether you like it or not. I've noticed this myself. I know you've noticed it yourself. I'm sure everybody's noticed it. Whatever you watch, whatever you feed into, that's the shit that you're spoon-fed. So you get to choose your own destiny. You get to choose what you want to read. That's your decision to make, and you get to decide that by interacting with the people you choose.
Hold on, pause that. What the fuck is he talking about? 90% of the shit is negative. If anything, the apes have been getting a lot of good press. You know what I'm saying? They've been getting a lot of good shit handed their fucking way. They getting Congress people making motherfucking laws on their behalf. I don't understand where they saying that they're getting negative. 90% of the shit that's out there is against them. Where are they?
It's because it's coming on their Twitter feed for the grift.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
who is
not everybody,
huh?
Deep fucking value.
Deep
fucking value. The original GameStop guy, the guy that did the DD on GameStop that got the whole thing started. Yeah, no, you wouldn't. You haven't heard from Deep fucking value. I said it before. Deep fucking value did the right thing. He did one interview on TV, or maybe a couple, and then disappeared, and just let the actions speak for themselves. And then GME is way far ahead of us on that, you know. So,
what was his position on AMC?
I don't really know. I don't think he's really said one way or the other. I haven't heard anything about him for a while. I have to look into and see if he said anything. But
what was his position on AMC?
I'm sure it was good because he probably was the one that was pumping it up.
Did he think it was going to be a squeeze? That's the question. I would want to know.
I think he just concentrated on GameStop, guys. I don't think he really even looked at AMC or anything.
He didn't have one, huh?
Yeah.
So he might not even be in this shit at all.
Yeah, no, he's probably not. So.
That's interesting.
Trey, I gotta ask you a question. What's 2 + 2?
4.
4?
I think.
Trust me, it's fine. I know a guy.
That's that Lou shit. They just took a shot at Lou.
God damn it!
We
decided we are the AMC community. And everyone's saying we're leaving. We're not fucking leaving. In fact, our conviction is stronger than ever. Now we realize that to combat the FUD, to combat the delusion, to combat the narratives, we need to empower you with an education. And so that's what we're all going to bring to the table. If I tell Trey 2 + 2 = 5, he needs to be able to stand with enough conviction and say, no, it equals 4. And the only way he's able to do that is through education. Facts are facts. And as I stated on Twitter, facts tell, stories sell.
Haven't they been telling facts this whole fucking time, supposedly, so they say?
Yeah. They're bending reality. Yeah.
Yeah, I said buy to see, but didn't care.
He has no position in
AMC.
Hey, deep fucking value is probably done. He probably cashed out and is done with all this shit, dude. He's probably not even playing the stock market anymore. You know, like he probably made so much money off that GameStop shit. He's out.
So where's his channel called? He saw a long-term value in G&A based on the moves that are making me behind the scenes. We need some parties.
Yeah.
Man.
He said DFV made $50 million.
Damn.
Yeah. Why would you? I mean, like, unless yeah, like I'd be done at 50 million. I'd be all right. I'm out. I'm gonna start making, you know, open some businesses, try to pay people well. You know, like that's what I'd be doing. I don't know what he's doing, but
that's just weird that he doesn't. He had no position in AMC at all. None. Because after GME ran, AMC hadn't ran yet.
Well, I don't think deep fucking value is like greedy though. You understand what I'm saying? Like he already did his thing. I mean, I don't know the guy personally, but from everything he's showing, if he was greedy, he'd be out there doing the fucking videos like Trey and them are doing right now. Mm-hmm. You think he wouldn't make millions of dollars off that shit right now?
Hell yeah, he done ran up a little bad.
So he's probably just like, I'm done. Probably has some stocks he's holding long term, but he's probably done with the short game shit.
Hell yeah, about this is con shit. You already know it. He made 50 million. Some shit like that. Yeah. What did you say? Roaring Kitty, I believe. What's that?
He saw no future.
He saw no future. See?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You guys might be right.
25 by Wall Street bags and back. Others kept saying AMC is the next GME, which spread fast. DFV.
Yeah.
Dug deep in GME based on Ryan Cohen. Took a real deep look into it. He has full thesis.
Yeah, no, he wrote this whole thing. I didn't read the whole thing, but yeah, you guys might be right, but
well informed, ain't they?
Yeah. But hey, I caught it on the pump, so you know, like that's all I can say is I caught it on the pump. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens now.
Yeah, I feel you.
So, but like I said, you know, they're talking.
What's his channel about?
Roaring Kitty, I think you said.
Roaring Kitty.
Yeah. I don't even know if he does videos anymore. I would think we would hear a lot more about him if he was doing videos.
He ain't doing no videos. He got $50 million.
Yeah, dude. Like he's smart. He's smart guy. I have a lot of respect for him because he could have really become a super celebrity out of this shit, and he took a step back. I have a lot of respect for that guy, just for that alone. You know, I don't know what he does. I don't know him personally or anything like that, but just that move.
Is he the original ape?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for real. He's a true fucking silverback of that shit. So, you know, like.
So my question is this. If the original ape is not in this stock, why would you be? I'm not talking to you personally, but I'm just saying, why would you be if the original ape is not in it?
Well, I mean,
why would you? Because you would think that the founder.
Well, no, but I mean that'd be like cult like following somebody. You know what I mean? Like that's I don't just because deep fucking value makes it. It's like Michael Burry, right, on the short squeeze movie there or whatever, right? He was right about the housing market crashing. Mm-hmm. He's not right about everything though. From what I've seen in his stats, he's like only right at like 10 or 11% of the time, right? Like he's not right. So why would you just because you make one great move doesn't mean your next move is going to be great. It's the old it's like basketball where you know you're in the zone and you feel like your next shot you make a couple shots and you feel like your next one's going in no matter what, and you don't, you know, sometimes. So just because you get hot for a second. Yeah, he got secured his bag at Drag Congress. Yeah, like he was getting all this attention he didn't want it. Yeah, I hope so.
For sure.
I hope so. Deep fucking value. If you ever listen to this, man, a lot of respect for you from somebody that's fucking dirt poor. Like a lot of respect for you taking a step back. You could have really turned this into something more, and would have, you know, you've been just another Trey or something like that. But yeah.
When MC was called,
so is Wall Street Bets pushing AMC?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, AB.
I mean, I haven't checked for a while, but they were a long time ago.
Yeah, I ain't looked on there in a minute either. I don't want to listen there.
Hey, you might be right.
So he basically said that was a plant the whole trip, huh, Bob? You said this was a setup the whole rip.
Yeah.
Possible.
Yeah, it could be. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
sky was the limit.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you think AMC put a monkey wrench in GameStop game?
I believe so. It's possible. That's probably why they don't like them.
Yeah, you might be right.
That's probably why they don't like them, because they saying, "Hey, this bitch should be $1,000 one for y'all."
Well, that may be true to some, but like with the GME thing, I think so if you're in like my position, which a lot of people in this stock in AMC is, you're looking at the price per share, right? Like you're not looking at like I'm spending $1,000 and whatever. You're mostly looking at like how many shares can I get for the lowest price that's going to make me the most in the future, right? When GME went up to like $400 or $500 or even to $200, it was out of my price range, So AMC was something that was in my price range. I felt, like I said, I could see why there was a play there, but it could be just a con. You could be right, but I caught it on the pump side, so I'm gonna be sitting pretty good no matter which way it goes, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the investor. I'm not talking about the investor, the person that put the money into AMC. I'm talking about the people that pumped up AMC to the point where it got a lot of people's attention. That's probably what they don't like about AMC.
Yeah.
The AMC holders, not necessarily the investor itself, but the people that surrounded AMC that's saying that this is the next GameStop. Could they have been the reason why GameStop did not reach its full potential? Not the investor.
GME could have went to 5K.
I think there's probably some of that. I also think that the people that were involved in the GME thing originally are not as
vocal.
Not as vocal. There's a couple shirts and stuff out that says Game Stonk, but there's not like all this merchandise attached to it on the outside. There's not all this grifting going on to the outside of it.
Correct.
I think the GME crowd that's just GME looks at this and goes, "You guys are fucking giving us all a bad name."
Yeah.
I think the initial crowd that got into GME, and I wish I would have before it popped, but I think the initial crowd, I think they're the ones that I fall more in line with as far as like the reasons why they want to do this kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like there was even a guy, I saw a story about one of the investors of GameStop that when the squeeze hit the first time, he went into a couple different GameStop stores and gave like each employee $100 because they made it possible. You don't hear nothing about the AMC employees. You know what I mean? Like so.
Sure don't.
Yeah, and when GameStop hit, you had people posting their medical bills and buying a house and all this stuff for the first time that had never seen the light of day of these things in their life, and it was really positive energy. And I think when AMC comes along and they add this clown show and the grifters to it and everything like that that have attached themselves to it, they look at that probably as like dirty con men, and it like everybody can say what they want about the stock and everything like that. It's fine. Like I said, I have my theory on it. Everybody has their own theory on whatever the stock is. It's more the infighting between the crowd, like the way because now when you see AMC guys go on TV, they're not just representing AMC if they're sitting there going the apes and stuff like that. The apes were the GME, the original apes, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm sure they're probably sick of these guys getting on TV and speaking for them too. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, that's how I would feel if I was in their position. Like, why the fuck are these guys? They're ruining the whole thing. It's regardless of whether you believe AMC and GME or the one or whatever like that. Regardless, these guys are doing damage to both crowds with their actions, Yeah.
So Trey and Mass Investor and all these other clowns, Tower Bull and all these people, they're the ones that really blame for this shit not squeezing at all.
To a degree. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's other shady shit going on behind the scenes that are keeping neither one of these from really taking off. I mean, obviously, it's like just because one side is dirty doesn't mean the other side is not dirty too. That's this whole thing about the apes are doing this and that. Well, Wall Street's doing this and that too, and it goes back and forth. There's all sorts of dirty behavior on both sides of this now. So it's just a dirty world we live in, and you just got to try to make the best out of it you can, in the end. So.
Mm-hmm. What else we got here?
We want you guys to keep winning, and so we are definitely
what the fuck is
facts, tell stories, sell. We're done with stories. We want you guys to keep winning. And so we are definitely not going anywhere. Our conviction is stronger than ever. We're just beginning. This is Gabe.
This is Team I.
Trades, baby.
Short the Vix.
Over the legacy.
And we're signing out.
Oh, that whole thing was so fucking cringe. This makes me sick to my stomach. Like,
and then Matt come on here saying we're not leaving.
Yeah.
But here go another thing. Why the fuck wasn't Matt there? Why wasn't
I don't know
Matt
about
in this
that.
whole little room of people? I was meaning to ask that. Where the fuck is Matt Kohrs at? It's like these motherfuckers ain't all aligned like they say in a big meeting like this. Should Matt be there with the homies?
You would think. And Bob's right, by the way, what it says down here. The thing with Wall Street is you need proof to back your claim, which exactly, they're very good at hiding, yeah.
Yeah. You want this guy? But you guys keep, man, exactly, bro. Exactly, kid.
Should have been a rainbow over there. Oh, boy, you know about rainbow.
Yes. They should have had a donation plate that, went around to,
Man. And then here come Mac. They didn't even bring Mac's name up in that shit either, did they? He ain't even
No. And Jackson either. Jackson.
Who is Jackson?
He's another one. He's not as big as the rest of them, but he's the one that got into it with Matt on Twitter.
What's going on, Moon Gang? Welcome back to another Dumb Money recap. Now, the trading month of July is officially in the books, so it's a perfect time for a very quick recap of our two favorite moon stocks, AMC and GME, and then we'll be doing a quick rundown of what we have to look forward to in the month of August. So to close out the day, the week, and the month, AMC was at 37.02 and GME was at 161.12. In terms of the overall market, on Thursday, July 29th, it did manage to hit a new all-time high. This is the S&P 500 index tracked by the ETF SPY. S&P 500, it's a basket of 500 of the biggest stocks in the U.S., and this particular ETF, SPY, is one of the many ETFs that track this overall index. I like to pay attention to it just because it's thought to be a good barometer for the stock market at large. So anyway, on Thursday, July 29th, it did hit a new all-time high. And then on Friday, it managed to find support at the previous high from mid-July right in here. But it seemed to bounce right off of right around 438. So personally, seasonally, we know that August is more of a flat month. So for me, I'll be looking for a little bit of a chop, and depending on what our government does or decide not to do, maybe potentially even a bit of a melt up. I'm sure you've heard that term quite a bit now. In terms of crypto, ever since July 26th, crypto.
What the fuck you mean a melt up?
Like, instead of bleeding dry, they're gonna go up little by little. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I think the way I've been looking at things is, if by like mid-September this hasn't taken off, I'm probably going to be out.
They said, what about Andrew Mo Money? Who the fuck is that? Such a kind of organizer.
Yes, I agree with that.
Man, that's for
and that goes for everything. That goes for politicians, celebrities, sports teams, companies. Like, I can't believe how many people have conformed to this, like, loving a company. Like loving Walmart or loving whatever, just drives me nuts.
Who is Mark? That is crazy. These motherfuckers is divine. This shit crazy than a bitch. And you could tell that whole little setup they had right there was that shit was staged. They told them boys to get there and get these boys back together.
Yep.
And then why the fuck was it only 11 minutes or whatever it was? It seemed like they should have had more to say about this shit too, you would think.
They did. They edited that shit.
That was kind of short.
Yeah.
Yeah, they edited that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they would come on and go 37 minutes later. So what went on for 30-something minutes that they were talking about? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that.
Yeah, they edited all that shit.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't even think it was as long as this show right here. I don't think they was talking for no 2.5 hours.
Believe that.
Yeah,
they wasn't talking that long. I say probably no more.
Well, they got cocaine to do, man.
Yeah, that too.
Cocaine to do.
You already know. You already know they had to get to it.
Gabe is on
there tweaking.
Gabe is on that hookers jokes and stuff, but that ain't a joke to him. I feel like he's probably out there banging hookers and doing coke.
I ain't never watched dude before, man.
Yeah, he makes some whatever jokes and whatever, but like I thought.
Did you know him and Trey was cool?
They just kind of recently started, crossbreeding, I guess.
They all in the same boat. They all there to keep your motherfucking money into that stock. So they all there for one common goal.
Yep.
So they don't.
Now one of them said, always protect your investment. If you have to take out your initial investment, then do so. It will make you have paper. Exactly. That's at least the smart way to play this shit.
Yep.
Then you just playing with the house money for whatever happened. Yeah, I can dig that.
And if they really cared about people's money, they wouldn't have their hands out asking for money from people all the time. You know what I'm saying?
That's all.
Crypto at large is looking pretty good. I mean, Bitcoin's going from 35,000 right now, holding on to 41,000. Ethereum's going from 2,000 up to 2,600, 700. Doge has come from 19.5 cents up to 21, and then Cardano is going from $1.20 up to $1.35. So overall, yes, crypto's been a little bit quiet, less people talking about it, kind of potentially the calm before the storm. So I'm very curious to see if it can continue this momentum. So that's kind of just your very quick overview of what's going on in the market at large. Now let's switch things up to talk about AMC. Before we get into the charts, let's do a little bit more of the fundamental stuff. So we know that on July 29th, there was the annual shareholder meeting, and Adam Aron, the CEO of AMC, did have some comments, and there was one important thing I wanted to address. There was a little bit of a misconception. In fact, let's just take his word for it. So much FUD going around on the internet like that our shareholder meeting was closed doors or secret. Simply wrong. It was open to any shareholder, and all present were invited to speak on ballot issues and ask questions. All election results have been published publicly. So if you want to check this out, you could go to the AMC Investor Relations, and if you look at their most recent 8K from July 30th, they did post the results of all the votes. So if you want to check that out, you could see the votes, the fors, the against, the abstain, all that good stuff if you want to check this out. But once again, that is on the AMC Investor Relations page. Look at the most recent 8K. The other thing I want to touch on here, and I think this is important because it's obviously an important issue to the AMC investors and really Ape Nation at large. Many of you continue to be concerned about the AMC share count. In early June, very early June, like the date of record was June 2nd. You had to own AMC shares on June 2nd to be able to vote in the shareholder meeting. And that's also the date that they used for the share count that related to this particular voting session. But anyway,
pause this.
Early June.
How many votes did they have before June 2nd? That's before that pop, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 196 million or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. It wasn't like the full turnout, but like what I don't understand is how does AMC not know how many shares it puts out to begin with? You understand what I'm saying? Like the share count, why there shouldn't, I mean,
it should be easy to track that down.
Yeah, like you know how many shares you put out, you know how many you sold, right? Like so I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something there, but to me, the whole share count thing was just a whatever thing. It didn't. They should know how many shares they have already. You know,
man, something freaky gonna go down with that damn earnings report on the night. Something real freaky.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I'm saying. This is gonna be an interesting month. I think something's gonna happen one way or the other.
Yeah,
we'll see.
This is really a make or break month for AMC holders right now.
Yeah.
If y'all don't get nothing right this month, y'all, it ain't gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. It's just too much. It's too much shit. It's too much shit going on that needs to be done this month.
Yeah,
this month
they get the big bag, kid. They get the big bag.
Yeah.
They
exactly.
Something got to go down. Yeah, something got to go down this month. Y'all actually.
Matt, go ahead, Marco.
AMC actually, y'all need a good week this week. Y'all need a good week.
Yeah.
He said Matt get a psychopath.
Yeah, he sounds like a serial killer. Like,
man.
Yeah.
Exactly. You already know they doing that.
Yeah.
It'll be good for COVID, huh? You should have heard it would be good for COVID, huh?
I think, Matt, you ever seen that movie 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams?
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen
that. That's what Matt reminds me of more than anything, I think. But if you ever see that, you'll see what I'm saying.
I'm about to check that out.
It's not very good though. It's a terrible movie. I wouldn't want to make you forced to watch it if you haven't watched it. It's just weird. That's kind of the vibes I get from Matt.
He announced an all-inclusive share count total of 513 legally issued shares. Sorry, 513 million legally issued shares. The reason I'm reiterating that is because I think he went out of his way to say legally issued. Anyway, precisely 0 new shares have been issued by AMC since then. As to the existing...
So what the fuck is he saying with that? Like, is he speaking of synthetic shares or some shit? Like
I mean, so the big hubbub online was that there wasn't a share count done with this vote and everything like that. But Adam came out and said that there was already a share count done, and the legal amount of shares hasn't changed because we haven't issued no new shares. So they're trying to make something out of something. They're trying to make something out of nothing from what he said. You know, he said legally issue shares, and so that's why they say legally issued, but really, you know what he's saying, guys. You know, like that. That's kind of the wink, nudge, nudge kind of thing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
He said a couple movies. Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, but Scarlett Johansson's suing Disney Plus. Did you guys see that?
I saw that.
Yeah. Which doesn't really affect. It won't affect this at all.
You know, I see Amazon Prime got movies where you can watch them shits on there too. Like you can watch released movies. I was looking at some shit on Amazon Prime, so I think they getting into the business of having shit that's in the movies too. If you want to pay for it, that just made me see yesterday like, oh shit.
Well, didn't Bezos buy MGM?
I think they was in the market. I think they was in the making of buying that.
No, I think he did. They got $10 billion and he bought MGM. So he's like James Bond is going to be probably exclusive to Amazon Prime. As much as I hate to get my money to Amazon Prime, they have this Invincible series about this comic that I used to read. That's fucking dope. I really want to check it out. I hate to give him any money, but I might have to at some point just to watch that.
He said Jungle Cruise will fly. What the fuck is Jungle Cruise? I don't know what that is.
Rock, yeah.
With the Rock.
Yeah.
34 million, that's so light. Then not to mention that shooting that they had with that TikTok star.
You know I didn't see that.
Yeah, they had a shoot that two people got shot in the movie theater. I don't know if it was AMC or not, but you know that's not
good for movie theaters overall.
Nope. Hey,
no matter if it happened at AMC or not.
I think when years back, I don't know if you guys remember this. I think this kind of changed some people's. It was like the start of the decline before streaming kind of really came into play. Remember when The Dark Knight was out, and that was that huge movie theater shooting back then when The Dark Knight was out. I think, and now with all the mass shootings there, that's the thing is you really have to make something special for people to really kind of get out to go to, and movies might not be it in the long term because you know it's too many crazy people in the world now.
Kid said Disney put AMC the cleaners. Yeah, that's not good for them. Streaming pulled in 4 million less. Oh yeah,
That's what I don't get. The streaming argument for like AMC is they already have a streaming site, but everybody's like put more money in the stream. I'm like that's just going to lose you more money, guys. There's too many out there. Netflix, Disney, Peacock, Hulu. I mean, YouTube rents movies. Like there's so many out there now. Unless you own something,
AMC won't survive.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. AMC got to put out their own content almost, damn near.
Yeah, that's true, but
if Disney made like a fucking Wolverine movie rated R, that shit would go crazy. I mean, look what Deadpool did. You know,
that Deadpool was kind of funny too.
Yeah, they have this Moon Knight series coming out that should be rated R, but it's not going to be, so I'm not really interested in it. But Moon Knight's goes hard. Like he's yeah, that's
do a lot better than theaters. Yeah.
There's on Netflix as well.
Cost less too, exactly. Because you ain't gotta have no brick and mortar for that shit.
Yeah, and like I said before,
as well.
Yeah, it's not that hard to get a big screen TV comparable to, you know, I won't say comparable to movie theater, but like really
but
how
you
big
can
a
have
screen.
you a nice little TV and surround sound, John, and do what you do at your crib. It's cool.
Yeah, I'd rather sit there and smoke weed.
Exactly. So he said basically the studio's gonna do their own thing, which that could be smart. So basically it's gonna be a whole bunch of motherfucking streaming services if you want to watch some shit.
Yeah.
You just about to go to each place that you want to see whatever it is you want to see.
Yeah, and like Kid just said, but I told you guys I was bearish on Netflix a while ago. Because they're way overvalued and they don't have enough original content that's like from the past. You know, they lost Friends, which I know sounds stupid, but that's huge. You know, that went to Peacock. They're losing all their older shows because.
So what's Peacock? Peacock is a whole nother one of those type things.
Yeah, it's NBC, Universal.
Yeah, it's owned by NBC.
And how much is that?
On the stock price right now, it's around 60.
How much is the service? Like you can buy them like monthly, like Netflix.
Yeah, I think it's similar to everybody else. It's like between $10 and $20 somewhere. I think somewhere around there. It's not that much. And I think you compare it with like ESPN Plus and something else too, or maybe I'm wrong. I'm thinking of Disney with that. But yeah, Peacock, and then you got HBO Max too. You got I mean, there's so many I can't even come up with off the top of my head. Amazon Prime, another one. You know,
crazy.
Yeah, so AMC getting in the streaming game is a terrible move because they have no right to anything.
You're right. You're right.
Cost too much money.
They don't got the rights to no content. They don't have none of their own content.
Oh. They'll have to be like Netflix and start buying content.
Yeah, but Netflix is making a mistake too, where a lot of their series are getting canceled after like 3 or 4 seasons tops, and not making a long-standing, series or 2 that really captures
because
viewers.
They don't want to renegotiate. They want to. They don't want to renegotiate with the people that run that show because you got to pay them more money as time go on. They make more money off getting new subscribers. So their theory is, well, let's always put something new out. Who cares about the old stuff? When they really built their library off the old stuff. So that's I'm really bearish on Netflix in the future, especially with more companies like Paramount has a streaming service. Like all these companies that own the actual content, and Netflix is making its own original stuff. But like I said, unless they make something for the long term, and they've only got they've got quite a few, but only a couple of them really hit. So.
The Orange is the New Black with them bitches. That's one of their own personals, right?
Yeah, but I think that's either over with now. But it's not as big as it used to be by any means. I don't think.
No.
Oh, for real, I ain't watched that shit in a minute either.
I mean, my ex got me into that the first like 2 seasons or so, but then they lost a lot of actors, and I think the main girl is gone. I'm not even sure. I haven't seen anything about it.
Yeah, I ain't seen that shit in a minute either, though.
Yeah.
AFC, no future, terrible company, terrible execs.
I agree. There's no future in the company. I was never about the future of the company, though. You know what I mean? Like
you was just trying to hit a quick lick on this motherfucker.
Yeah. And and maybe if they do come successful, we get them to pay their employees better, and we can have some pull that way. But nobody wants to do that, so that's off.
You can already see what they own. Them boys don't give a fuck about that. You already know that.
Oh yeah,
they already gave them raises. They already gave each other raises and shit.
I mean, this is always like. I mean, it depends on what you consider holding long and holding short. Like I didn't expect to hold this over a year, and I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? Like if they're sitting there going,
you bought when?
I bought in February. It's the end of January.
Bitch before February.
I bought in shortly after the GameStop thing happened when I started looking into stuff, and I got my first bunch of shares then, but I had more diversified, and over time I just haven't had time to really delve into stuff like I want to and do my DD, so I didn't want to lose a bunch of money, so I just said I'm going to put in this and hold, and then it went up, and I'm up. So until I can get some more time on my hands to do some more research for what I want to do, and which will probably not be till the end of the summer, then I'm just going to hold and see what happens. Unless it goes down a lot, then I'll just take my money out and wait until I can take the time to see what I'm going to read. I have some plays I'll probably make right off the bat, but I'm going to really sit down and think about where I want to put my money at in the future.
And
And then we gonna always open up the shows and be talking about plays and discussing other plays too, just to, you know what I'm saying, get motherfuckers thoughts on other shit and let people explain their plays and what they like about it, why they in it, you know what I'm saying? So that also helps. And then you can do your own due diligence on top of that.
Yeah, and like I said, you got to be, we got to be careful too, because if you guys end up getting bigger and stuff like that, they might come after you too. It's a real thin line we got to walk if we're going to talk about stocks online in the future. I feel like, so, that's what's going to change more than anything out of this is all this talking online about stocks and shit. Is they're going to regulate? They're trying to censor people all the time now. You think they're not going to try to censor people making money off the internet?
Oh yeah, that.
So, yeah. Anyways, guys.
Everyone's AMC, huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, he want to know everybody's AMC position. What you about to get off? We gonna close out with this. Everybody's AMC prediction. At the end of the week, where you see it at, AB?
Oh, I don't know. I don't like the prediction game because I think people throw out these numbers like it's going to bounce off 37.02 and like these made up shit that I think we're gonna. Jeez, I want to say we're gonna stay about where we're at, give or take 5% either way. And the overall.
So you don't think it's gonna be too big of a move? No way this week.
I think the earnings call next week will be the determining factor of whether this moves or not.
When is that? That's what?
The 9th. The 9th.
Yeah.
So it depends on what's said in that call, how it goes either way, because as much as we hate the pump and dump thing, if their earnings come out good, and that'll give more FOMO and whatever, I guess. But if it comes out bad, then yeah.
Are you predicting the good earnings?
I don't really know. I can't take a look at their books and see. I mean, they can throw all the numbers out for Black Widow and stuff, but I don't know what their cost of running the theaters are off the top of my head. I don't know the cost it takes to, license the movies and stuff like that. I don't think the margin's that big on it, and where they've given away a lot of free.
Marco said.
Huh?
And they only get a certain amount of cut out of the movies anyway. Right? What you said, like 40% or some shit like 40%.
That? They get 40%.
Yeah. So, it's that's going to be the determining factor, I think. So I think this week everybody's just going to kind of hold steady. Maybe it'll bleed some, maybe it'll go up a little bit, but there's no way. Yeah, it's all been negative. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, Fast and Furious came out. And they did pretty well. But like I said, it's like the numbers are more than they are, I believe, on the average. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but before the pandemic hit, movie theaters were already kind of going down.
I said 30 billion. Yeah. That's all they brought in was 30 billion altogether for the theaters.
Yeah.
Shit. So let's just say 30 million. 40% of 30 million. That's $12 million.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And so let's say it's 5 different theaters across the country. Wow, that's like $2.5 million.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't have a lot of faith that it's gonna
So the earnings might make this bitch take a shit. And then what is Matt and Trey and them gonna say then? The short still ain't covered.
I mean, like you said, they were there at the stockholders. Yeah, they're at the stockholders meeting. Maybe Adam was telling them, "Hey guys, you need to slow down a little bit because who knows?" Yeah, we'll see though. We'll see.
So what's your prediction for the end of the week, Marco?
It's gonna be a 40-degree day. I think it's just gonna be. Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit all week. It's just gonna be stagnant. That's how I see it. I think they're just gonna tire y'all out.
They're just gonna try. This bitch would be $33, some shit like that. 34. It's gonna work its way down a little bit. So the earnings is next week, not this week, right?
Yeah, the 9th.
Next Monday, the 9th.
Yep, the 9th. Oh, that's not good either. I hope it's in the afternoon.
I think so. I'm not sure. I have to look at the time.
I hope it's in the afternoon.
I'm hoping I can get it.
So earnings is coming. Y'all right. It might not even move that much this week. The turn of the tape is gonna be with earnings. That's gonna start this motherfucker to really doing what it do. This week gonna be boring with AMC probably.
Yeah, because if the earnings come out shit, if the earnings come out shit, there's a lot of people that are tired of this shit, and are just gonna be like, enough's enough. I think. But we'll see. If the earnings come out anyway positive. But this is the thing: is the AMC YouTubers are gonna fucking spin it as positive, so their cult will stay.
You already know.
What.
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah. So,
but it depends on what the stock price do. That's why the apes saying y'all saying this, but this price is saying that. You know what I'm saying? So that's going. Shit might start getting a little tricky if them earnings, especially if them earnings is terrible. And you got the people on MSNBC or whatever saying these fucking earnings are terrible and all this, that, and the other. And you seeing write-ups and shit saying that, then motherfuckers gonna start getting real scared, man.
Yeah. No, I agree. We're
gonna really see what they're gonna do with this motherfucker on this.
That's why I feel like this earnings call is kind of like gonna be the final nail one way or the other, because it's been going on for too long. People, I mean, Trey was sitting there going, "Oh, May, June," you know. So a lot of people got hyped up for May, June, and become big popcorn fart in the end, you know. So, you know, if the earnings go bad, you know, it's gonna be. We'll see, though. I mean.
What about the guidance? What about the guidance on this motherfucker? That's the thing that really kills the stock. You can have great earnings and everything, but when that guidance hit, that could send that motherfucker stock down.
Yeah.
So what kind of guidance are they gonna bring with this shit?
I mean,
what can they say that's good? What can they say that's actually good about this fucking stock for the future?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what to tell you about that. Like I said, I really don't know what to tell you about that. This was never like about saving the company per se in my eyes, because like I said, I don't believe in the company love shit. And like, I know, like, look, I know people go, well, you're paying for sitting there fighting for better employees pay and shit like that all the time. And you're like, care less if they go bankrupt. Well, because I believe these people would make more on unemployment than they would working for a theater, and maybe be able to take some time and rethink their strategy in life and maybe get a better job. Because unemployment during the pandemic was pretty good for the people, you know what I mean? Even though they're cutting down, but you know, I'm so yeah, I don't really care if the company goes bankrupt, because there's always more jobs out there in the end, you know, like it's just we want people to do. And it's not like if this job was so great, it would be more, they wouldn't have trouble hiring people like they are right now either. So, you know, but
where you got with a ticket?
Tomorrow? What's that? Oh yeah.
For the week.
Yeah.
I'm with y'all. Probably it's gonna be up and down. It's gonna. I say which is like $37, like about between $34 and $37 or shit, $35. The real move is gonna be that Monday with the earnings. That's gonna really send this motherfucker one way or the other. So really, this week don't even matter, to really be honest. Shit, to be honest, next week is the motherfucking tail of the tape. So whatever you do this weekend don't even make a difference, for real. When you really think about it. It's really what's gonna happen next week, so it might even go up a little bit this week.
I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if they pumped it up a a little
bit. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Going into earnings, just to pull. It put like this: if it goes down a lot this week, it's gonna have a decent earnings.
Put it like
that. Go down. I was just thinking, if it goes down, if it goes
up,
if it goes, that's what I'm saying. If this week comes and we're down like 5 to 10% or whatever, that's probably a better sign than us
like $32, $31 at the end of the week. Yeah, y'all gonna have a good earnings. If this bitch is like $42, $43, this motherfucker going to the ground.
Down.
It's gonna be bad.
Don't be surprised if it pumps up to like 50. I mean, like I wouldn't be shocked if they tried to pump. Yeah, this week I wouldn't be surprised if the earnings are going to come out bad, right? And you got to think about the institutions of all of this too. Yeah, like if Vanguard and BlackRock if Vanguard and BlackRock take more of a position this week, that's a bad sign for the earnings and stuff, I believe. You know what I mean? Like, and Hey, look, I'm just saying how they play the game. You know, if we're going by the rules of whatever, it's a kid, but it's I can almost see like imaginary pump to get everybody hyped up for the earnings call and then shitting the brick on that. But if it goes down a little or down between 5 and 10%, that's probably a better sign in the long run for
that's true.
So
I agree.
So, but if it stays about even, then it's going to be tough to tell. You know what I mean? If it stays within, if we finish about the same as where we're at, then that's going to be. And I that's why I think is going to happen is I think we're going to end up finishing about the same as where we're at because nobody really knows what's going to fucking happen in the end. So. Hey, Kid and Bot, I want to say thank you guys and Nara for giving us information today. And speaking in the program. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some other people I'm missing, but you guys have really been interactive, and it's good. We're all here trying to learn. So, but hopefully these grifters are going to get their due one way or the other.
They will.
Oh yeah,
they will.
They love to tease the apes, kid.
Yeah. They love to tease the apes. Exactly. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if it pumped up this week. But the earnings are going to be shitty. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. We're getting to the end of the game right now. I feel like one way or the other. So
one way or another. We coming to the end of this. Well, guys, that's pretty much all we have for you. This is a good show. This is King Marco signing out. My boy AB in the motherfucking house. He gave us good knowledge.
Just signing out.
Y'all motherfuckers tune in tomorrow. We're gonna be back.
Hey, good to see you guys again. Good to see you guys again.
Nice seeing you. Already know.
All right, brother. Man. Hey, take it easy. All right. We're gonna get up and smoke some weed together someday. We're gonna make it happen.
You already know. Definitely, we gotta do that.
Yeah, for real. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bro. We out of here.
All right, y'all. We out.